Okay. There should be audio now. So we will pick up from here.
You realize you're gonna have to do your all those announcements.
No.
No.
Now or the damn.
Everybody knows.
No.
Sito, yep.
It's fine.
Steven's the
there
only
were
one there right
announcements. I did them. You guys couldn't hear them.
Also,
It's fine.
Does this mean that even in the YouTube upload, there will be no audio for that part?
Oh no, absolutely,
Can we
yes,
just-
because he just.
Yeah. That is
Can't
exactly
just
what that means.
Cut that part? You
It's
can.
Keith.
I can.
The only
Keith doesn't cut the 30 minutes of sitting on a screen saying we're about to start. You think he's gonna go through the work to cut out the part where
the most he
we didn't
edited
have
was
audio?
me when I flipped the switch of the stream.
I mean, he has a
I
full-time
I almost killed you last time, Lance.
Don't toy
push
with the
me.
DM.
Okay, so audio's there.
turned it
Hopefully
off.
everyone can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Hear me now.
Can you hear me now? Okay. There's been a whole lot of technical issues this week, and I apologize for that. So sorry. We are, however, at the we're at the recap. So who would like to do a recap?
I do actually remember it well enough that I think I can hit all of the important points, even though
All
I didn't write them down.
Go for
Because
it.
I still haven't found her journal. So we started off just kind of recapping that we had seen Mizu, done all of that stuff, saw her off, got her crap together, started meandering down the road towards
Lamont Swells.
Lamont Wells. That's the one. Halfway through, we well, I guess it wasn't halfway. I don't know how close we are now, but we passed through the grimdark area where all of the death was from the battle before with all the kobolds and all of that jazz. Apparently narrowly avoided some kind of a creepy crawly encounter.
Oh no, it followed us.
Oh, was it the same thing?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that was
That was Keith being like, "Oh, they missed it. It's gonna follow."
As we were meandering on down, we got to the end of the evening and we were all getting ready to camp. And then a cadaver collector, there we go, came out of the woodworks with several hood ornaments that he had collected through the evening. He created some spiritual awfulness that attacked everything. We all realized that we don't have magic weapons. Killian almost had his soul forced from his body in a terrible fashion, but we ultimately blew up the thing. And let's see, after that, we collected a bunch of scrap because Killian. And on our way down, we passed a caravan of traveling psychiatrists who
Asylum workers.
yes, come to find out they were missing someone who sounded a whole lot like Castian, and Castian started acting really strange, and Simi started thinking that she might have to beat up Castian. And while he was trying to don a disguise very poorly, the general Killian pretty much managed to convince him that we didn't need none of that shit, and that it was going to be best for him to turn and go ahead and go back and pretend that he gets better. Or, you know, I think that Killian managed to word it in such a way that it's like, go play the part even though you know that you're not crazy, even though we know that he is crazy. I'm pretty sure that place is going to be burned down in the middle of the night. But now Castian is going back to the asylum with Themins. And I think that's where we got, right?
That's
that is all that happened.
that is pretty much all that happened.
It was a very long fight.
The DM tried to kill us.
Yep.
He almost succeeded.
Did you use a calculator for that one?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
An encounter calculator?
Yes, indeed. So, yeah. All right. We are going to fast forward a bit for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
How many days, Keith?
It will be another week,
Okay.
Yeah.
and you guys will make it to Le Mans Wells.
Fun fact: you all now have your amulets.
Ooh.
So you've got a little badger charm, you've got a little raccoon charm.
Why do we get an amulet?
Because I made the amulets that do stuff, and everybody wanted one, so everybody paid me for one.
Remind me
I
what
already
they
don't
do.
Yeah,
remember
we're pulling it up.
I have it right here.
Like, I remember vaguely giving you
It
money
has
for
6
something.
charges. You regain 1d6 plus 1 charges at dawn. It requires attunement. It applies the Nihilus magic aura to you, making all magic appear non-magical. So basically, it just means that if someone tried to use like detect magic on you or something
Yeah.
like that,
So
It
as
wouldn't
long
show
as you
magic.
as long as you have the amulet on, like your daggers.
you can spend 1 charge to cast non-detection on yourself, and you can spend 1 charge to cast sending to anyone else with an amulet.
Could you just send that to me?
Neato.
Awesome.
Actually, could you just put it in the Valley chat?
Oh, that's a good idea.
You do it.
Okay,
That does make
Um,
more sense, doesn't it?
it does.
I'm not going to remember that.
So the other thing you guys will notice, and Killian, even you notice it, and you don't have any idea why it's happening.
My favorite.
Every time any one of you pulls out his or her amulet to check it, some minor detail about the amulet has changed. So the shape might be slightly different, or the stones that are set in it might be different colors, or it just something about it changes every time you look at it. It does not alter in any way the function of the amulet. They just change.
Does it look like it's morphing into something else, or it's just
No.
inconsistent?
No, it's
details?
just
Okay.
it's just random.
I like to
it just
imagine it's stuff
changes
like you
randomly.
pull it out at one point and your raccoon is like holding something, and you pull it out next time and that thing is gone. And your raccoon's like looking over here. So it's like every time you look back, it's like when you're not looking, they're like ah.
It's a Toy Story situation.
One time you pull it out and it's gold. One time you pull it out and it's silver. It's got rubies for eyes. Then it's got emeralds. Things like that. It changes its appearance in minor ways every time you look at it.
Cabbage wants to experiment with this.
What would Cabbage like to do?
Cabbage would like to shove it in her bag and pull it out.
It has changed.
Shove it in her bag, pull it out.
It has changed.
Stare at it for 10 minutes without blinking.
And it doesn't change. It stays exactly
It's
the
a
same.
weeping angel.
Oh no. Oh no.
What have I done? No!
Now we know their origin story.
They started out as little trinkets. There
I
you
tried
go.
shoving it into somebody else's bag.
It has changed.
Comes out with 2 rubies, his eyes that are just red, and he's holding a knife.
I like to imagine one of these times when you pull it out, your raccoon is no longer there, and it's just like a little sign that says "out to lunch." You put it back in, pull it back out in the raccoon's bag.
Holding a sandwich.
Yep, a weeping amulet.
This is my favorite thing you've ever made.
I'm so glad. I wish I knew why they did that.
Well, watch this. It's different.
I know, and I don't know why.
Speaking of experimentation, now that
Oh.
Simi suspects that she has... Hey.
I think you need to lead that a different
Nope,
way.
Nope.
before
That
you
was
just-
exactly.
I chose my words.
Straight into the deep end.
I
of the
chose
pool.
my words. Now that Simi at least kind of sort of thinks that she might have some sort of healing powers because everybody else told her that she must, she's going to see if anybody would agree to let her punch them and then try to heal them so she could figure out how this works.
That sounds like
Sure.
something Milo would volunteer for.
That is a lot of presumption, my friend.
You a bit squishy.
It's to help you practice with your
Yep.
shield.
I'm very well proficient in my
You could
shield.
always be better.
I think I'm less squishy than both of you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Now you're not wrong.
Yeah, maybe I don't.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, if you're gonna heal me, then you won't give me a cool scar or anything.
I mean, I don't know how good I am at healing. I can't promise that.
Okay, punch me in the face.
So
Punch
so
me
this is going to go on a bit. soon as she does, like, since she woke up Killian with the thing, that's gonna be her.
Your focus for healing people.
Okay, roll your attack.
Oh, am I actually? I just thought that we were gonna
Nope.
skim over this.
Nope.
That was
roll
just
it.
a thing that through the week I would have done.
Wrong.
Oh, it hurt.
Maybe not. That's a 12.
Well, that doesn't hit, but I'm not moving.
Sorry, it's because of your cabbage. I don't
Maybe I
want to
like
hit you.
ducked instinctively.
That's closer. 17? Okay, there we go.
Thank goodness.
and I'm just doing the one attack. So
You're not gonna
it's 9
use-
points.
Okay.
It's a nice stinging
You know,
shot.
she bloodied your nose.
And I, like just a little slap. And, and you get it all back.
And you get it all back.
Your nose stops bleeding. And
It's not bleeding anymore. Do I have a scar? Yeah. You're not good at lying. No.
everybody wave at Aaron.
Hi,
Aaron.
Aaron. Oh, yeah.
You waved in chat?
There's a camera there. I don't know.
Love you,
So
baby.
we
Chipper,
all
your
just do
camera
that?
is there.
I'm like, Reverend.
Chipper's looking over this way. Hi!
We love you, Aaron.
Mwah. Okay, so the week passes and you guys do arrive in Lamont's Wells. It is a much larger town than Sutterton is. Cabbage, you've been here before. In fact, you've come here fairly regularly. It's situated off of one side of a split in the river. So there's a, I guess you'd have to call it an island in the middle of the river where the river splits around it. And one channel goes one way, one channel goes the other way. So you've got the island in the center. The town itself is on the north bank of the main river, and it sits right at a spot where a feeder stream comes in. In fact, further up, past where the stream comes in, it actually splits into two other streams. So the town itself sits at that confluence. So there's a spot where two feeder streams join together. That's right in the middle of town, and then the joined stream goes further down and into the river proper. Where all of that happens sort of forms a natural bay. Cabbage, you would know that that's where the river boats will tie up from further upstream, and the ones that go further downstream. So there's the town itself is a port town. It's a trading town. It thrives on commerce, on trade. And as you guys come into town, it is up to you what you want to look for, where you want to go, how you want to explore this new locale.
Well, I think that we leave the shaggin outside of town, on the outskirts, and
That's the best face.
Someone's behind on the episode.
It's okay, it'll be more realistic.
yeah,
when she-
and I think we leave Mal to guard the shaggin, because that seems like a great way for him to be useful today.
That does seem like a good idea.
Yep. And I will take his silence as agreement.
Also, really quick, dumb question, since it's been several weeks since I've been here. Why are we here again? Because I don't remember.
We're
Because
in transit.
we're traveling out of the valley, and this is the only way by land out.
Right there. Okay.
We're hitting
remember.
Mal's place first, right?
Yep.
And then
We're heading south. to
circling
see-
back to the
South
volcano-y
of the
place.
Got it. So I'm
Item? She wants to help Mama. Oh, I see. See, I kind of have forgotten the different things that our chat does.
Right. Because Chipper was the only one that ever used it.
Yep.
Yes! I have so many points.
Ooh.
I'm not using them right
I'm so in.
Give me.
Okay, so you guys find a spot just outside
You've
of
earned it.
town to park the Shaggin, and you leave Mal with it. He is still working on that elk that he slaughtered and killed for you guys
About a week ago.
about a week ago. He's still trying to get it all dressed and smoked and preserved and everything for you guys.
Fun fact: everybody gets an auto injector.
Oh, what?
Yeah, auto
So
injector.
you clearly were not paying
Oh, I already
attention
have one.
when
Yeah.
I gave one to Simi. So Killian pulls out this leather armband, and on one side it has like a little needle syringe, and on the other side there's this spot where you can put a vial in. He's like, so you put this on your arm, and tightens it down, then he pulls out this red vial and clicks it in. So now anytime you're below half your hit points, that'll inject you and heal you a little bit.
So it's going to stab me, is
Yep.
what you're telling me. It's going
Yep.
to stab me with
And
a
heal you, yes.
tiny knife.
But then it'll heal you, kind of like me slapping you in the face when I'm concerned.
Yeah, did you have to slap? Like, is that part of the magic?
You know, maybe that's a thing we need to field test better.
She doesn't have it written down. How
I
much
do.
healing does it do?
2d4 plus 4.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't have that part.
And each of you, because yours didn't go off in the fight, right, Danny?
Not until after she put it on you.
You.
Yes.
She put it on me?
Yeah.
Oh, and then it automatically went off. Okay.
But
So
I still
then-
have 3 more things left. Vials. Because you gave me 4 extra serums. Or 4 serums.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take one of those so
Okay.
that each of us can have one. I
Okay.
only had 6.
Oh, well, there you go then.
What is it? How many hit points?
2d4 plus 4. Make a note that I need to make more.
Is this a common gadget, or is this
This is.
So he's an artificer.
This is
It
a
makes a
homemade
lot of difference.
gadget. This is what I do.
Lance
This is something he invented.
likes to piss off Keith with.
That's an
inventions.
understatement.
By the by, there are still inventions
No, there's
waiting
not.
for approval
No,
on
there's
my
not.
list.
If I haven't looked at the list, then clearly they don't exist yet, right?
That's how we got the shagging.
Oh, I
What
get
we-
to
what we
describe the
got?
shag. Oh, we get it. Oh man, I'm so excited! I get to describe the shagging to someone who doesn't know what it is.
Hooray.
Okay, so you guys have left it in its parking spot. Did you like set it up?
Oh
take
yeah,
the
like
time to
I
set it up?
assume we'll be here for
Okay.
at least a day, so I don't know why we wouldn't just set it
Okay,
up.
so you've got it all set up and rigged out and blah blah blah, and you guys are free to roam about the town.
Tavern.
Sammy?
So someone has to go with her and make sure she doesn't get drunk.
So, I'm assuming we need to do a little bit of resupplying while we're here.
Makes sense.
Well, that depends. Let Lance do some quick math. We
Excuse me,
have,
why does that say wagon shop and not shaggin?
because that's what I put it down as originally and haven't changed it yet.
Change it now.
Change it now.
No, it's
Change-
fine like the
Change it
present.
now in front of
We have
everyone.
to make it official.
It's the official
Shaggin
shaggin.
inventory.
Thank you.
We probably are good on food for now. I will refill our water before we leave, but we're probably good on that as well. So in terms of resupplying, the only thing I can think of that we need is a map of the wider Imperial area.
Am I good to even wander around?
Who do you look like? Actually, it
I-
doesn't matter.
I always look like Adrian.
I know, but
I can only not look like Adrian if I use
think you should.
disguise self to counteract.
I think
Disguise
you should
self.
be careful, but hopefully we'll be okay.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere by yourself.
So that means that you get to babysit one of them and I get to babysit the other one.
That's so mean.
Well, one of them's a drunk, and we have to keep her
Hey.
away from the alcohol, and the other one's wanted by I don't even know how many different people.
I think there's a difference between an alcoholic and a drunk. I think she's an alcoholic.
What What's the difference?
We need her sober so she can heal us.
I don't know, but one sounds nicer.
Yeah, so we have a drunk and a wanted man. So which would you like to watch?
Yes, this is an insight
Yeah,
into
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Which one would you
If
like
you
to
think
watch?
if you think they both should not be left alone, which one do you want?
Well, okay.
Because there's
Well-
only two of us now who aren't dealing with
Which
issues.
one would you like to watch? Which one do you want? I mean, there's a leading line of questioning here.
Let's put it this way: do you want one that's good at fighting or one that's good at talking?
No,
My one
Okay.
skill.
Do you like the?
I am very familiar with this town. Which of you has a need to go around and do things? Or
I'm sorry, I
find
don't believe
things?
that was not the question.
I know. That's the problem. Or we tell them both to stay in the shaggin.
I'm gonna go find a map. I'm just gonna walk off.
All right.
That's fair.
You got her, or do I get her?
I'll
Take
go
your
with her.
pick.
We're losing friends quickly.
Oh, and now he's going. So I guess we're both going with
What,
dollars to donuts. She goes to look for a map in the first place she sees that sells alcohol. Joke's on her though, because her money is in the safe.
Half of it's in the safe.
Yeah, half of it's in the safe. I kept 42.
I'll go
Plus,
with her.
she knows how to open the safe. She can always get back in
True.
it.
If she's saying she's gonna go look for a map, I'll go with her.
Well, then so am I, because that's what I need.
Oh my! Then
It's a problem. I understand.
Why are they arguing about splitting up if we're going to the same place?
I don't
Were
know.
we all going to the same place?
I thought we were all looking for a map.
Do you all want to come look for a map?
I mean, I'll definitely look for a map, but I'm also don't know what the hell else is in this town, so I'm happy to just go through town and see if there's anything that looks
Look,
useful.
I know
We need
where
a
the-
guide, we need someone who will pay,
I
and we
have-
need some security, and then I can talk if I need to. And
Yeah, I shouldn't do
negotiate.
that.
How far into town are we?
You guys haven't even made it to the gate.
That's probably
Um,
a good thing.
In a note of
Poor chipper.
seriousness, however,
We'll find you, I promise.
I should probably remind everyone.
Yeah.
This is close enough to where we are all from. We should not spend too much time here. Try not to have to explain who you are, because we're close enough to home that I don't know that people believe are not real names.
People know.
So if
as a
somebody
reminder to Danny.
Take care. So if somebody does talk to me and asks anything about myself, do I go with there or do I go with the fake stuff?
I would say nothing. Nothing is good.
Wait,
I like nothing.
didn't we have?
I can do the
I
talking.
like saying
so.
nothing too.
Fake names?
Where did I put them?
There's a list right here. So.
But I thought I made a list.
I'm sure you did.
It would probably be in your notes.
Panic
How
button.
many did we make fake names?
The last time you were here,
Yeah.
2 sessions ago, which was a month and a half ago.
You were Eleanor Crop.
Was I?
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, Eleanor's my.
There's
middle
so many
name, so it
inspirations
says,
happening
but-
over here.
You are Eleanor Crop. Milo is Gale Windtree. Simi is
Not write
Rysla
these down.
Amaranth. Here, I'll just.
Gillian's Golno Shepherd, Mal is Derek Ironfist, and Castian was Deanne Ale, or Denial.
He's always a little on the nose with the names.
I mean, Castians.
At least he didn't try and have his last name be Rashasha.
Rashashe.
Right.
And she's caught up.
Right. And Mal's using his real name,
Yep. Which is sort of his fake name now.
Mm-hmm.
Derek.
Iron Fist. Strong jaw.
All right, so
So
this
walking
so
on
this
the-
gaggle of people is
Weirdos.
strolling into town. What are you doing, Miss Stephanie? What are you doing here currently in
and since
town as these
nobody-
people are coming into town?
Nobody knows her yet, so I feel like we also need to introduce the her
We will.
Okay,
We will.
Introduce
To
the
her.
because she's our favorite her.
Yes.
Let's.
Well, I mean, I've got a different favorite her. I've got a lot of favorite hers. You're my favorite her.
But she's
my
her,
favorite
not
her,
me.
and you're also my favorite her. I've got a lot of favorite.
I thought you were
hers.
pointing at Lance.
Keith and I share a special bond.
Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Okay,
It's
so
between an
Aaron,
it's that between an
so
artificer
Aaron
and his
wants
DM.
to help Maya. Therefore, Cabbage, you have character inspiration. So you've got an inspiration,
Oh.
and you've also got a tier 4 bardic inspiration.
Thank you, Aaron.
Look at that. Having kids is already paying dividends.
So just
Except
just
Steven.
remember those. Remember you've got those.
Okay.
So yes, Chipper, what are you up to?
I'm shopping for ink and paper.
You are shopping for
Like
ink
the
and
flower,
paper.
not the Twitch streamer.
Okay. Alrighty then. So you are in one of the scribe shops in Lamont's Wells. There are a few around town. I imagine you've kind of shopped your way through and perused to looking for the best deals, the best qualities, things like that.
That's what
So you are just finishing up one of your transactions, and as you are stepping out of the shop, you happen to see this gaggle of people wandering by in the street.
Who's
So if you guys want to describe
No,
yourself
let's
real quick.
describe our characters. After
Oh,
so
we haven't
long.
done this in a while.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
wow.
This is exciting.
You still have the Hero Forge
Yeah.
to show? Just so
Do you
that
want me to-
a
Yeah, you're good.
visual aid while we describe
Do you want me to
ourselves.
post them in the chat?
So let's start with Danny and go around the table.
So I am a kind of tall, willowy woman. About 20. How old were we when we started? I think I'm like 25-ish now. I'm the
I think you're
oldest one in the
26-ish.
group. Okay, 26-ish. I'm the oldest one of this particular gaggle. I have tawny skin and freckles and a really long blonde braid. And like culotte looking pants. This is the outfit that Alma made for me before we left. I'm no longer wearing my robes and like an off the shoulders peasant shirt with a kind of corseted belt and adventuring boots that come up high enough that they are just underneath the culottes, and the bottom of them is kind of strangely worn. It looks like I have intentionally abused them so that they move very easily with my feet. Like, these are super worn out boots, but it looks like on purpose. And apparently I have a badger necklace on.
Hey, Danny.
Oh, yeah. I have pointy ears. I'm an elf. Well, half elf, yeah.
I'm an elf, only half.
Yes. Which is kind of weird around here,
If
apparently.
you want to see the figures that we have been using, the tokens, they have been posted in the messenger chat for you to look at, if you want, at your leisure. It was not my idea. Braden told me to.
Yep.
That
Braden.
sounds like.
You see a very large figure, maybe like 6'2", 6'3", kind of ruddy, light brown hair, kind of short,
Crap, I don't
very
have a
tall.
figure for Adrian.
Oh, you just have.
I just have
Just
my-
kind of looks like a country-fed bumpkin. Just very tall, kind of little, simple looking.
Kind of favors.
Yeah,
We have some similarities.
very few, but some.
So Killian has brown hair.
Human.
Brown hair pulled back into a half ponytail. He has two swords strapped to his back. He is fair-skinned and pretty slight build. He has slightly pointy ears, as he is also a half-elf. And he's got a pack with all sorts of gear strapped to it, and he's got tools and vials on his belt.
People are racist towards elves.
Some people.
Some people are.
Mostly people were just racist towards Simi. Specifically.
Okay. Gosh, how old am I at this point?
I don't know, Cabbage. How old are
17.
you?
I was 17 when we started.
You were 16 when we
I was
started.
16 when we started. Has it only
You're-
been a year?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm 17.
Has it been?
It's technically been 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years now.
I might be 18. I'm either 17 or 18.
It's either almost legal
Legal
or
or
legal.
not.
It's
an
a
important
gamble.
distinction.
Nope, not gonna. The internet doesn't need to know about that part of my life. Oh, that was worse. I just
That was
Yeah.
so
No.
much
That
worse.
was so.
No.
No,
I
keep
just-
going now.
No.
Leave it
Nope.
alone now.
No, step away, Nat. Step away.
Okay. I think I'm like 5'3" or 5'4". Kind of a skinny build, short, really short. Well, longer than mine, I guess.
Low bar.
Like
His ish.
longer than Lance's hair, but like
but
it's
not as long as
curly,
Braden's.
but not as long as Braden's. It's like sandy blonde, curly, wavy hair tied back with a a red bandana. Also wearing a pirate hat. Sort of white peasant top, black
She's
boots, black
cosplaying as
pants.
a pirate.
Yeah, I look like somebody trying to be a pirate.
Yep.
Are you human?
I am human.
Do you have your cloak on?
No.
Okay.
I don't just wear that. That stays in my bag until needed.
That's fair.
But daggers at my belt. And apparently a raccoon necklace. No, actually, well, it's sometimes I wear it, sometimes I just put it in my bag because I like to see what it looks like when
Well, I was
it's
gonna
in
say
my
you
bag.
also like you can wear a necklace like under your. You don't have to have it out.
Yeah, but I'm still experimenting with how
That's
it
fair.
changes, so.
You can
All
eat it.
right.
Blouse.
You can eat it.
So this gaggle of very interesting people walks by,
You could eat it.
and they're
Arguing. Still, I
arguing,
imagine.
talking back and forth, and
At this point, I imagine. No, see, you have to be specific about the difference between a drunkard and an alcoholic. If there's a difference, I need specific definitions for what that difference would be.
I feel like. Okay, do you have any input?
I'm right here.
That's why she's asking you. What do you
Liza?
think the difference is?
I'm just sitting here, just like at least they're not telling me
I just want to drink.
my problem.
Oh.
See, I agree with her. I don't think there's a difference. I think they are the same.
I think drunkards cause more problems and alcoholics are more.
and
Like
so,
the
and
trying-
sort of the conversation fades off as they go down the
I
street.
kind of follow and I kind of lightly touch Danny's shoulder.
The one with PTSD.
Like,
Are you in the front because you were leading out? Because you were like, fine, I'm gonna go into town.
Oh yeah, I guess
So
I
you're
was
still
I
in
think
the
we're
front.
probably
So
like
I'd
probably
following
be those
two
behind
in the
them.
back.
finding like heckling.
I mean, but Danny looks like the most.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to know so I
insane
would know if I saw you touch her or not.
She looks the most normal to me.
That's
so I
amazing.
kind of weave through and go to, and I guess.
All right, so everyone but Danny, give me a perception check.
Okay. I thought you were going to ask us to roll initiative.
I'm surprised I'm not your friend.
19?
19,
14.
14.
Perception?
A lot.
You're
More
up
than
by-
20.
Yeah, more than 20.
Okay,
You'll
so
fucking
all of
drink
you
with me.
see this person approaching
Yes.
and reaching out to touch
I
Simi,
need a
except Simi.
description before I
Yep.
let the person approach.
Yep.
Okay.
That is what I was getting
Okay.
to.
I am a half elf.
Yes.
Which is why I'm also safe to reach out to these other half elves. So I have very long, dark brown hair. Light tan, very humanesque, except for my ears. I'm about 5'7", 150. Pisces. No. I have green eyes, and I'm
How old are you?
I'm like, well, I'm like 37. So I look good.
Hi, Mom.
I look good for my age.
You just became the chaperone.
Congratulations, you've adopted a family.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, I'm
because
so sorry.
who is it? You that's the oldest?
I thought
No,
Simi was
Simi was the oldest.
How old is Stevie?
Wait, how old is
a bunch
Mal?
of
Like,
children?
26.
Okay, yeah.
wait,
I don't know how old. How old is Mal, Steven?
Steven.
Not that
That's,
old.
wait, what time is it? He might be putting Aaron to bed.
Oh yeah, he might be.
Yeah,
7,
it's
10.
10
What's
after.
worse than
Although he did just
wandering the jungle with your ex-girlfriend?
Nothing.
he did just say something to Kyrie, so maybe he's still watching.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Even then, I'm pretty sure you were the oldest up to this point.
Yeah,
So.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. So
I wouldn't.
and so you feel this hand on your shoulder,
Just a light little.
just
Actually, I
just a
think-
light little touch.
And I brush it away, and I'm ready to do something else, but then I'm like, she doesn't look like she's attacking me.
Can we help you?
Ooh.
It's me.
I was just curious about all these bands you are wearing. I haven't seen anything like that. Vials.
Oh,
I was just curious. And I start to sketch. It's like, it's a very curious.
She's trying to steal your pants.
Yeah, no. So Killian's gonna pull his jacket down and cover it up. Oh, just something we found.
How intriguing. And I start rifling through.
I like touch her ears.
Simi, I'm not an elf, but I think that's rude.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
just generally not how you treat people.
So Simi's an attractive enough person, but she is the most awkward human ever, or elf, health.
Okay, so he's
Health.
Health. Health. Half elf.
Half elf.
Health.
I'm like, hello.
Oh, sorry. I just am not used to, like, I'm used to not half elves. You're just a full elf, right?
no, I'm half
Oh,
elf.
never mind. Scratch that.
You're just a full elf,
What
aren't
is
you?
actually
No.
said to me?
No, I want that to have been a real part of the
Oh yeah.
conversation.
She's like, you're a full elf, right? And Killian's like, no.
Wait, which one does?
But you spoke the language and everything. I was really confused. I'm sorry.
Which one of your parents is the elf?
My mother.
Okay.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't remember if I knew that.
Yeah, you would have known that.
Yeah.
I
Simi
didn't
might
mean
have
to
got
make it weird. Sorry.
I don't think you're the one who made it weird.
That's perfectly fine.
Hi, what's your name?
Delceris, but you can call me Dels.
That's easier.
Bells.
Delceris.
Delceris.
That's pretty.
Dell.
Why?
Like Dale. Den.
Dels. Rhymes with spells.
Dells.
Those are illegal.
What are they?
Wait.
Okay, I'm inciting that. I'm inciting that.
too.
I just like.
15.
Inspiration.
12.
Which,
Well-
by the way, these are yours to give to other people.
So
Yeah.
something's a little hinky, but you're not sure what. She knows what spells are.
Well.
Look at
Do you speak Elven?
Oh, so Mal is older than me.
Okay.
What spells? What languages do I know? What spells do I? I do not know. I know Celestial, Draconic, and Primordial.
You're useless.
Yep, I haven't said that before.
So my sketchbook, and I start flipping because I'm very proud of my art.
That looks like a friend of mine.
Really? This is my interpretation of this rather weird dwarf that I met on a boat once. He was friends with a vegetable, I think. I just
Looks a little. That looks a little bit like Greybeard.
He's friends with a vegetable? What?
Cabbage.
Do you know what kind of vegetable it was?
Oh!
Welcome to the conversation.
Hi.
You're back.
I
You're caught
don't
up.
know. He was clearly out of his mind.
Talking vegetables.
Killian's gonna switch to Dwarven and look at you and be like, I think She's out of her mind.
I think I like her.
I think you're all speaking a language that I don't think I do.
Wait, we don't know if she speaks Dwarven.
Nope.
No, but my other option is to switch to Elven, and I'm pretty sure she'll know that.
I didn't.
True.
I'll switch to Celestial and we can talk.
So.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Del. My name is definitely Eleanor.
In Dwarven, they say, "Can I buy one of those?"
I told you.
My name is definite.
Sorry.
Now I need a drink. And Killian's gonna beeline for the nearest pub or
It hasn't been more than 2 minutes and we've already been made.
I'm like, wait, I want to know more about this. This device, it's so clever, and I just start following.
Does this mean that I get a drink too if he does?
We're gonna
little
die.
one.
We're gonna make it out of the valley and we're gonna die.
It's rare that I see so many half-elves. Just start following.
Only two.
So you make a beeline for the nearest pub, and it's a place called the Melted Muse.
Of course it is.
That sounds
Now,
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Cabbage, you've been here. It's actually quite widely well known. It is a fondue pub.
What? Yes.
I love it.
It is known for these 3 massive, like enormous cauldrons of fondue, like melted cheese, melted chocolates, the whole 9 yards. It's right there.
I want to be here.
Yes.
Right?
Where is chocolate native to in this world?
You've never found that out.
Okay.
Does it have a
Add
sign
that to my notes.
or anything?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's got a sign, the Melted Muse, and it's got, it's actually got a sort of a picture of a very beautiful woman that's sort of melting away into this puddle of golden liquid.
People melting into puddles hits a little too close to home.
Melted Muse.
Melted Muse. So as you guys walk in, first of all, the smell of the melted cheese just sort of wafts over you, and it's actually kind of nice. And there's a bar along one side, but the rest of the space is sort of arranged around these 3 just enormous vats of melted cheese, and there's fires burning underneath them to keep the cheese hot and gooey, and they've got these contraptions sort of set in the middle to keep things stirred up and keep it liquefied.
Keith, you're making me want to eat here. You're gonna have to stop.
So next game we're gonna need fondue.
How sanitary does it look?
What's that?
How sanitary does it look?
It's public fondue
Well, I mean, it's
fountains.
public fondue.
I mean, I
what's-
assumed they would dip it out.
Make me a perception check real quick.
Could there's advantage because I'm looking specifically at.
Not yet.
You
No.
can burn one of your inspiration though. If you need to.
Because I'm looking.
If you need to, you do have inspiration.
17 plus anything? It's not
Oh.
plus nothing.
Plus nothing?
17.
Okay, so it's a 17. I mean, that's still pretty good.
Yeah.
So one of the other things that sort of stands out about this space is that it's got down each of the main walls, each of the there's a series of stained glass windows.
I'm already uncomfortable.
And in fact, it looks like one of them is being installed as you guys walk in. Each one of the stained glass windows depicts a scene of somebody different in one of the vats of cheese. and it's got little plaques underneath with names and dates. And the one that's going up is kind of seems to be dwarven, and it's got the date that the date on it is about 3 months ago.
Ooh.
And yeah,
Oh, unsanitary. 3 stars.
Are you like a health inspector?
No, in my travels, I rate restaurants. I call it Melp.
the one
Like
right
that
next
elf?
to it actually is an elf, and instead of the elf being like
I
down
love
in the cheese, it almost looks like the elf is striding across the top of the cheese.
People in pots.
I'm going to
So-
the bar.
Hold on. Having been
Mhm.
here before and being
Okay.
familiar with this town.
You know the story.
Okay.
I was
The-
gonna say,
yeah,
one of
the-
those is Greybeard.
So these there's sort of a challenge that sort of goes along with it, and if a patron can make a lap down and back in each of the vats, like all 3 of them in one night,
Wait, like
They-
actually in the
like in the cheese, they get their portraits sort of ensconced in stained glass.
Like,
There's about a half a dozen of them, including the one that's just going in.
Am I on this wall?
No.
Damn it.
But Greybeard is.
like, ooh.
There's a weird sound, just so you know, if you haven't
Yay.
caught that.
Okay. Weird.
So who do you send these reviews to? Is it your own like little newspaper thing? How does distribution work on that?
Distribution.
Like you write it for more than just you, right? I mean, no judgment
So
if
you're
you
going
do
to the
just write
bar.
it for you. That's fine. I'm just curious.
I suppose it could be.
What can I do
useful.
for you?
That's a great idea.
I'm gonna need a
Huh?
pint of whatever
I
you
don't
have.
hear that very
on tap.
often.
Where are you from?
And
I'm in
hopefully
a
some
little town
information.
called. Hold on. Elwick.
Do I know what Elwick is?
You may have heard of us. We're known for our cuisine. Fish. Yeah? Yes. Lots of fish.
Can I roll an insight check?
I already
Rock
did,
fish.
and I think I.
Go ahead.
Our fashion is quite fashionable.
That's
Our fashion is
It's
quite
quite
fashionable.
what's my
That
insight?
is almost as good as my name is definitely Eleanor.
So that's an 18.
Okay. So I don't know if you're
I am from Elwick.
Okay.
okay.
Are
Then
they known for their fish?
I
They
know
are
them
now.
for their fish.
Okay. Huh.
It's a river town.
I like
So love
rivers.
fish. I hate fish, but it's known for its fish.
That's really unfortunate.
Is that why you left? I mean, that makes sense.
I am exploring. I left to review restaurants and lodgings.
You should meet my friend who makes alcohol. Review his alcohol.
Is there anything interesting about this alcohol?
One of them's blueberry. He likes making.
It's really good. They don't let me have very much.
You're
of
not
it this time.
here.
You're at the bar
yeah,
already.
you're at the bar
I know.
already.
In your head, your little crayon little story.
Is it
Of-
magic alcohol?
Do we need to take this
No,
woman,
magic's illegal.
kill her,
I thought
stuff her
she
into a
smells
burlap
really
sack,
good.
No, magic's
and
illegal.
put the sack full of rocks, and put her into the river?
That
Question
escalated
mark?
quickly.
You get back
So are you
a
from?
1 and a 10. Sliding
Elwick-
scale sitting at about 5.
Is Elwick in the empire of the Empress?
Oh,
May
no.
she live forever?
No. Did you just hit yourself?
It's a
It's a thing. The Empress.
People here have very, very hardy foreheads.
Yes. They've been.
No. I've heard of this empire, but we're just a small town.
You're kind of in it.
Maybe.
What's that?
Is there an Imperial garrison in this
Can
town?
I would like to look around to see.
Yeah, does that catch any attention?
Is the bad words.
Oh, there's definitely eyes being drawn to your conversation.
Is what I would never say.
I'm
here.
over by you. I'm
Right,
over
they
by
threw
you.
him in prison for 12 years.
Let's go find Killian.
Yeah.
Let's here.
In your mind, you get a thing where it's just like, I can make you invisible if you need to be.
I just imagine I'm getting from in gear. Alert! Alert! Danger! Danger!
I'm just gonna kind of take you by the arm. Here, come with
Oh.
us, Deluge.
That's my favorite nickname so far.
Okay, so you're
We've
at the
been in
bar.
town for 10 minutes.
that's Killian's like, we have not been in town. This is the first town on our trip. The first place we walk into. We don't even, the first person we
barely
talk to.
stepped on the step on the doormat of the valley. And we're already.
The expression on
Okay,
your face is
So
fascinating.
so you're looking for.
Yeah,
So, so first of all, the drink comes back.
How much is it?
2 silver.
I'll slide it across the bar. We're just traveling.
I'm gonna get one too.
Headed west, and I was wondering if there's anywhere in town that might have a map of the area west of here. I have one
Wait,
for everything back east, but I've struggled to find one for.
I say Eleanor,
Further out.
but it's Ellen.
Let's see
Eleanor.
maps. You know, there is a scribe at one of the inns who might be able to help you out. Let's see, which one was that? That was
Yeah.
which
In your name.
one was that? Hang on.
Rhymes with spell, or rhymes with
Bell.
bells. Bells. Rhymes with bells.
Yeah, that's better.
I
Bells, bells.
Okay.
know
Roll
I put
campaign.
it down here. What is?
Totally different group of people.
Bells rhymes with
Oh.
bells.
Yes, so you'll want to go to the hunting magistrate. It's an inn. They've got a scribe on site. He might be able to help you out.
All right. Thanks, I appreciate it. I'll slide another silver piece.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers. So I'm going to turn around, and I assume that I've been found by the rest of my gag.
Actually, we haven't come in yet because I'm writing in her notebook trying to explain what my name is.
Sumi's just standing behind you, very confused about what she should be doing.
I'm with you. I've also ordered a pint.
Yes.
I'm just sketching a
Feel
look on your
free.
face. I'm like,
I can't order one. He told me.
That's 2 silver pieces.
just finishing up sketching your.
In your head, you get a crayon drawing of just.
I suddenly like you.
And then a crayon drawing your face just being like blah 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 blah.
You're just being sassy.
I was going to say, I'm going to finish my pint, and then... So Killian's just sitting at the bar, keeps looking over at Cabbage, and then just...
Are you upset with me?
We'll talk about it.
Okay, so you need more alcohol. I'm gonna go get a map.
Where are you going to get one from?
Do you forget that I actually know this town?
Really, where do you find maps here?
From the map store, wherever Keith says it is.
So you know there is a scribe in residence at one of the inns, the hunting magistrate, who's probably going to be the place to go.
I'm going to finish my pint, and I'm going to head over there and get the map. I'm not sure what you should do with our tag along.
Did you think of this all by yourself?
You're gonna get a note from Ingrid that up to 5 just moved up to 6.
What does this do?
It's very fashionable.
You're all wearing them.
Yep. It's fashionable where we're from. Anyway, suddenly I have no taste for my drinking
Yeah.
wine. I'm just gonna leave it and walk out.
Can I
Alright.
buy one?
Kiss, kiss.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Pussy.
Okay. Get my head chopped off.
You know what? That's a thing you're gonna have to take up with Steven. I don't know. He gets into cheering wars, but the person he usually wars with is sitting at the table now, so.
Well, I think to be fair, Steven's usually sitting at the table.
Wait, is that Daniel? Or was he?
I really hope so.
No, no.
And also,
No, don't
which,
say Daniel.
Wait, which?
Or David.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So when he was saying the hottie next to Nat, he literally could have been talking about either.
Either
side.
of
Talking
you.
about Lance. He is talking about
That's why you're my favorite.
Steven's on here too. Careful.
They're both my favorite.
Oh.
Like Keith, I have many favorites.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so Killian walks out.
I follow.
And when she says, "Can I buy one from you?" Killian's just puts the drink down and walks out.
Does he look
So,
like money?
I think, so I feel like,
We're gonna die.
You
They don't even have to work to find
shouldn't
us.
talk as much when you have alcohol.
I mean, generally speaking, I feel like I shouldn't talk that much anyway. I've met myself, it's okay.
Go? And
Well, I mean, Killian has walked out.
So what are the rest? So Killian's
it's
walked
them.
out.
I'm going
he's walked
with him.
out.
The ladies have stayed.
The ladies have stayed. Okay.
I feel
I'm
like,
surreptitiously adding the details that I can see from their bands. Oh.
We're gonna die.
Okay.
No,
They're not
you're
even gonna
gone.
have to.
You're gone.
I know. But they're not even gonna have to try to find us.
I know.
All right, Miss
First,
Bell.
she didn't even get, the new person didn't even go a sentence without saying the
Bell.
S word.
No.
Dell.
And the
Right,
M
sorry.
word.
Spells
Wrong
are
letter.
against the not.
No, I said Bell.
Oh, about the Dells.
Dells, right.
she does this thing where she makes names for everybody that aren't quite their names. It's cute. I think I just said the wrong thing. You know how
you're so cute.
this is one of those moments where it's like I really don't need to talk.
Anyway.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So, I don't know you. Why are you, like, what was this? You're really making my friend angry. I'm gonna need to get to know you a little bit better before you start drawing things that we're wearing. It's a little weird.
This is what I do. I draw.
See, I have your best interest in mind.
The drawing of the town, the unsanitary people and paths.
You're actually quite good.
I think you're.
But, okay. So your name is Del Venya.
No. No, it is Delceris.
Delceris.
Can we charm
I am
people? Can we
never
make her
gonna
drown in
remember.
that cheese?
So you're from some little town.
And I'm going to be keeping an eye out that nobody's like too. I'm
Oh,
we're
finally!
We're at like a corner table.
Okay.
Nobody's. I'm watching.
Okay.
Start drawing your amulet. If it's out.
That's a good
It's
question.
not actually right
Okay.
now.
So you get distracted very easily.
I just like to draw.
You draw that mug.
I usually sell these so I can give this one to you for free.
Huh. So maybe a walk and talk where we're not in a public place.
Are you done drinking?
I can be.
I imagine after Killian left, she reached over and grabbed the rest of Killian's too.
I mean, that's fair. Why let good alcohol go to waste?
Make me a Constitution save.
Yeah, here we go.
You put the trust in the wrong dice, my friend. You were putting it back, but then you're like, no, it's fine. It'll
Yep,
work.
I
And
made-
then 3.
So you, sir, have to go to jail for a minute.
You said you.
So a 3.
I don't
Five.
know,
5? You are starting to feel fuzzy around the edges. It is a very familiar, very pleasant feeling.
You the religious type?
I missed this.
No, but I assume there aren't any.
Not really, but yeah, I did.
Pantheons for magicians, etc. Because you said there were no.
There's a lot of words.
Religion is
we're not allowed to
probably
say
the
all
next
in one
best.
go.
I'm sure there's a shrine to the Empress.
Does she?
Shake your bits, Lance. I've made promises on your behalf.
Powers?
Sorry, what?
Does the Empress have powers?
Yes. She's the only one that's allowed to have powers. So it's very illegal.
Where does she live?
Bad idea. Really bad idea.
I'm looking for some information about
We make it look like she fell in her book and snapped her neck.
powers.
Okay.
Double quill to the eyes, full face forward.
I just need to know.
Please, ma'am, lower your voice a little bit more.
What is
Okay.
wrong?
Can you
I'm
choke on a scroll?
done. We can walk.
Oh no.
Oh.
Where did you get more? I told you 1 mug.
But Killian left his.
Does she
I
have
just-
a,
Did
I
you leave
just
yours?
drank it too
does
fast.
she have a
I quickly drank it.
Okay.
Killian didn't, because the last time he drank any amount of alcohol, he spoke a different language.
Do you have?
Like, is she psycho? Because yes.
key? Would cure wounds heal drunkenness?
No.
Oh, poop.
But lesser restoration does.
Do I have that?
I
How many
just because
pages of
it
stuff
was
you
just
have?
too.
I don't.
I just drank them too fast. As soon as I get walking a little bit, we'll be fine.
Make me a perception check.
I make mine at
Wow.
disadvantage.
No.
No, actually. Smart.
That's better.
Okay, make one at disadvantage.
I
By
got
2 points.
drunk, terrible fish pucker worked. What?
13?
13. Okay.
Perception.
What you rolled, that's pretty good.
This isn't terrible. It could be worse. 13.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh wow.
Oh, they're having a bit worse.
They
yes,
are having a
they
bit more.
are. Lance, you're gonna have to do a whole lot of bit shaking.
You say it like I'm gonna have a problem with that. I'll give those two a private show.
Woo, biddies. Okay,
Their
so
wives over here.
I mean, both of you do notice it because I mean, it's not like they're trying to hide.
It's hard to miss.
But you guys would have walked.
This is gonna be the scene when the stormtroopers walk into the bar. In
So
Mos Eisley.
you guys would have
Mos
walked past them, but very obviously the city guards are patrolling the streets and they're being very obvious about where they are and who they are.
Well, city.
They
guards,
they
not-
are city guards.
Okay,
They
okay,
are not Imperials by any stretch, but they are city guards.
Like Rent-A-Car.
It's very obvious that that's what they are, and that they are making. There's there are active patrols, and as you guys pass like intersections, there's like a guardhouse on every street corner.
That makes sense.
Did they come into the bar?
They don't come into the bar. They come to the door. They sort of look in and make sure that there's not any trouble going on, and then they walk along down the street. But both of you guys notice them straight away. I guess, Steph, I should have asked you to do the perception check as well.
No, she was drawing.
I was gonna say she seems distracted.
That would be a 14.
14. Yeah. So you would have out of doesn't really mean as much to you, but out of the corner of your eyes, you're having this conversation. You do see a couple of city guards sort of stop at the door, poke their head in, peruse the place, and then turn and continue their patrol.
That's the guard.
Yeah.
Surely somebody will know this because it's the a ruler. In our town, you could request an audience, and then they would let
Did you have like a mayor or something? Like a
I mean, he was,
town elder?
there. Told everyone when to cast their nets.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Empress is about 100 levels above that.
I feel like there should be a briefing about the things that are and are not okay to say here.
All right. We're
Like
gonna
maybe
s-
not
spells,
here.
Magic.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay.
I thought I was
Miss
the
Del-
one that was supposed to be bad
yeah,
at
we're
this.
gonna
Sorry.
magic, spells, powers.
This is
Wait, can I show you something outside town?
yeah.
Let's
That-
go for a drive.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Just look at the river, Charlie.
Sorry,
Just
what?
look at the river.
Stop here, Dells. I need to take a leak.
Yeah.
Have fondue.
No, that was the other place.
Where are we now?
No, I mean, you guys are still in the place that has the
Yeah, they
fondue.
went to
Yeah.
go find a map because
We
they
left
couldn't
the
deal with
fondue
us
place.
anymore.
I thought you went to a bar.
Yeah, that was the fondue place.
She's
Oh,
still
you got
drinking.
alcohol at the
At the fondue
Oh,
place,
okay,
and then
gotcha,
we
gotcha,
left.
gotcha. Okay, got it. I thought you went to a separate place. Got it.
No, I was
I-
asked, can I buy your magical invention, and walked out.
I don't commonly go with strangers
That's-
to
And
a
yet.
An excellent.
something outside.
But you start drawing their clothes and
Yeah, it's real sketchy.
reach over and touch them and stuff.
You guys have the hang up about certain words. I draw things that I find interesting.
I feel like I need to clarify. It's not the hang-ups that we have with the words, it's the fact that it could get you in a lot of shit.
I don't think you should talk anymore.
How's it
Okay.
feel babysitting?
Killian, how many
Look,
ink pots
I
does
don't
it
know
take
you
to
very
kill
well, but
someone?
I don't
By
particularly
ingestion.
want you to die.
Oh, that's so nice of you. I do not want you to die either.
So will you please join me for a?
So-
This is sounding eerily familiar to other conversations I've heard with new characters.
So
You
about
want
this point, there is one of the serving lads comes over to the ladies' table, and he sort of gives you all sort of this grin, and he reaches down and he grabs mugs off the table and starts
Is he wearing
wiping.
a shirt?
He is. It's like open down the front, but he's. Can I get you ladies anything else?
How old is
Okay.
how old is this bar boy?
Question.
So
How old does
he's.
he have to be?
Yeah, I mean, he's maybe 20, 22, somewhere in that range.
Did you lose a button?
Like,
Well, no.
Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
I'm new
Okay,
in
and
town.
he turns, and he just at that point he just turns and he walks away. He's like, yeah, okay.
Will you please come out?
It's
Can
okay.
I sketch some more of your armband?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, Killian's gonna kill you?
As
As we're walking, can we just
I
like
want
with
to
my
tell.
look
ink.
around
I
as
wanna
well?
tell.
Okay, we'll come back to you, ladies. Gentlemen, you guys are making your way down the street. Now you've got the name of a place.
Mhm.
Are you going to
You've been
stop
watching
and ask for
Critical Role?
directions?
Do I? So as we're walking down the street, do I see it like along the main drag?
Okay.
No, it's no.
Then
It's,
yeah, I'll ask one of the
okay.
guards standing on one of the intersections.
All right. And he gives you directions. It's a couple streets over that way. Take a left, head down till you get to the river, and then hang a right. And it's probably just another. It's in the middle of a block. The next block down.
Thanks.
Okay. So you guys make your way down there, and it is this it's actually sort of a high quality spot. It's not too far from the river. Single story, but on one corner of the building, it looks like they've built this room that looks like it's supposed to be like a tower of some kind, sort of this faux turret
Right.
kind of thing going on. That's not where the main entrance is. Looks like it might be one of the rooms or something like that off to the side. But it is
It's one of the themed suites for the
yeah, it's one of the
things.
yeah.
Just the nice.
The facade on the outside seems a little bit weathered. So it's not, on the outside it doesn't really look super high class, but when you walk in, the interior is actually kind of plush and real homey. So it's one of those don't judge a book by its
Right.
cover kind of things.
This looks expensive.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exterior maybe not so much, but once you get inside, it's like, oh, this would cost a pretty penny
Just so
to stay here.
Just like if we do this through Inc or whatever, but it's just like, what kind of budget are we looking at? Because like when I see the plushes, like just like what are we spitballing here?
I mean, for the map, I don't know how we're gonna get around without it. So as much as I have to pay,
I can try and haggle it down. It just depends on.
yeah, we'll see once we actually meet the scribe. If you know. So unless there's like a clear place as we walk in that's like, oh look, this is where you go to talk to the scribe that's here.
No, there's not. There is sort of the front desk area, and behind the front desk, there's this porch. There's this landscape that sort of looks like an overview from a higher bluff of Lamont's Wells in the distance. Really sort of stylized and sort of that romantic golden hour kind of painting. There is someone behind the desk, that looks like they might be the concierge or what have you. Across the lobby, there is sort of an entrance to the common room, tavern-y kind of space. There's some movement behind the bar, but you don't pay much attention to that as you walk in.
I'll go up to the front desk.
Okay.
I'm also just gonna. I won't change my clothes to what they were, but I will at least take one of the ledgers that Mizuki gave me to kind of look like his accountant or something like that.
Okay.
Kind of
You'll put on your accountant glasses.
Okay.
Just kind of look like the part of the
Alright.
accountant for the Iron Lettuce innovation.
Okay, so as you approach the counter, the lady behind it sort of looks up and says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, we were told that you have a scribe who stays here.
Indeed, we do.
We're looking to see if we can't procure some services from him.
Very well. If you'll step right this way, and she leads you back to sort of a sitting room area. There's a couple. There's a desk, just a plain desk with a spot for someone behind it. A couple of seats in front. She ushers you into the seats, and then steps out, closes the door as she goes. It's a couple minutes, and then she comes back and opens the door, and a fairly short, fairly stooped, older gentleman walks in and sits behind the desk. Can I help you?
Yeah, we are just traveling through town. We're headed west. We asked around about where we might be able to find a map of the area west of here, and everyone seemed to point us in your direction.
Oh, well, I do have a plethora of maps. What sort of range are you looking at? Where are your travels going to take?
Potentially.
Well, we wish to expand our business, so we wanted to get some maps for the local areas, maybe even further than that, to try and map out our route.
If you have it, I would be interested in sort of a general overview map of the Imperial lands, and then some regional maps of the areas closest to here, if you have them. I don't know what your selection and how much of what you have.
I do have quite a large collection of maps. I correspond with quite a few cartographers, and they range quite widely across the entire empire. So I would say that here in Lamont's Wells and here in the West, in fact, I have the most extensive map collection that you could find.
Wow.
It would, of course, depend upon what sort of detail you are looking for, of what I could provide for you.
Right. Wow. Sounds like we're in luck.
Yeah, so good thing we found it here.
Off the top of my head now, clearly you are much more familiar with the world of maps and cartography than I am. Off the top of my head, what I'm looking for is a general map of the Imperial lands in general, the major cities, the major landmarks, just so we can plot a general route. And then specifically, we are looking to expand into the north and south, so any detailed regional maps of the north or the south that you have. Appreciate it.
Well, as you know, you are somewhat in the northwest part of the empire, so we have some details to the north, not a lot. Tends to get as you get into the borderlands, it gets a little more dangerous and a little bit more barbaric, don't you know? So now I have greatly detailed maps available for the south. I can provide you those easily enough. You say an overview, that's quite easily done. That will take me about 3 days with my apprentices to get that transcribed for you. I would charge you probably. See, it's a good deal of detail. How detailed would you like it to be?
Ooh.
Probably roads, towns, and the major landmarks, probably.
Yeah. Any major trading centers, the roads and the landmarks should cover it.
We could do that. Overview of the empire for about 3 gold, I believe. Any more detailed the regions that you're looking for?
If you have them. He's human, right?
Yes.
Last place we stopped, I heard some other elves talking about some historical sites further south, they said it was once a forest. This is purely my own personal interest, as I'm sure you can understand. It piques my curiosity. But
yes, of course.
I don't know if you have anything on that. Most of what they had to say sounded like hearsay and folktale.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with the areas they might be speaking of. So, I know there are several great forests to the south. I'm sure you understand forests aren't the greatest for map makers. They tend to be a little hard to, place every tree in the right place and what have you.
They kept sort of the story seemed to center around like a large smoking mountain. Don't know if that's actually a real thing or not. But since you are so well connected,
I'm afraid I haven't heard those stories.
All right.
I'm terribly sorry.
If we were to head to the southern reaches of the Empire, is there anyone you'd recommend to see if maybe they might have more information or maps of that area? Keith is currently rolling on the random NPC table in his head.
The Rolodex is done.
Jonathan!
I am afraid that the only other person I would trust with maps such as what you're asking for would be one of my colleagues in the capital, and I can give you his name.
If you don't mind,
I
appreciate
do
it
not
greatly.
mind that at all. Yes. So a general overview of the empire. Anything else?
a detailed map of the northern region
I-
as you have it.
I can give you as detailed as I have. That will be another 3 days, and details are not quite as plentiful. Let's call it a gold and a half.
Done.
Very well. So, all told, that will be 4.5 gold, and give me about a week, and I will have those maps ready for you.
All right, and Killian will reach in and pull out the 4 gold, 10 silver, and set it down right there. All right.
Anything else I can do for you, gentlemen?
I think that's it.
No, I think that's it. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Very good. I will see you in about a week.
Sounds good.
And with that, he will usher you out and disappear into the back areas of the inn.
That is so much longer than the time we want to spend around this town.
But by 3 days. If
by,
we were by 6
by
days.
a week.
By
Yeah.
a week, yeah.
Um,
I mean, I suppose it gives us some time to make some money.
potentially, yeah. Although, depending on what, depending on if Cabbage and Simi are back in camp with a new friend.
What are we supposed to do with our new friend?
I have no idea. I don't know why they. I thought I made it very clear that we were gonna brush her off, keep going, ignore her, not engage, but they wanted to talk apparently. Oh, my name's most definitely Eleanor. It's like they did.
Screw you.
Like,
We weren't even
like
10 feet into
I know,
the-
like the first person we talked to, and they can't even.
Anything else we want to take a look at while we're in the town?
Not that I can think of. We've got food, unless you need anything.
So both of you make me a perception check.
Great.
I'm doing
Love
What
this.
time of day is
14?
this? Sorry.
This is it's probably about midday.
14.
14?
18.
15. Okay. As you guys are kind of standing there in the lobby of this inn, having this conversation, you both kind of glance over at the bar in the common room, and you realize that the bartender behind the bar is glowing slightly
Oh,
and is slightly transparent.
ghost bartender?
Wait,
Which part? The bar
didn't
of the
someone,
No,
didn't
this
one of the
is-
gods say he was taking justice for drinks?
I assume that was figurative.
I took it as literal.
I'm just gonna poke my head in a little bit more. Is there anybody else in the bar room?
So there is another figure behind the bar, you know, an actual like flesh and blood bartender, and then there are several patrons around the bar as well, but none of them seem to be paying much attention or much mind to this ghostly bartender who is wiping down the bar with a ghostly rag, and she'll pick up she'll reach down and she'll pick up glasses that are like ethereal, and she'll wipe them out and she'll put them back.
One part of me says we should walk away and pretend we didn't see anything, but the other part of me is real curious.
No, I'm on that same boat that you are at.
Has the ghostly bartender seemed to look at anybody, or
No. Every so often she'll reach over and she'll pull like an ethereal mug out of thin air, and she'll reach up and like she's going to tap like she's going to
Yeah.
pull something, but the handle, when it moves, the real handle doesn't go anywhere. There's a ghostly handle, and then there's a this ghostly mug of ale gets poured, and she'll set it on the bar and slide it, and as she lets it go, it disappears.
So I can tell that
That's
everyone
cool.
else can't see it.
or is ignoring? Let's just go order a drink.
Sure.
See. gonna go walk over. I'm gonna set up on the bar, sort of halfway in between the two bartenders, to
Okay.
see if, when the other one looks up at us, if he notices the ghostly apparition of a bartender.
Okay, so the flesh and blood bartender comes over. What do you have?
What do you have on tap?
We've got a dwarven ale that's real nice. We've got a pale lager from down north. We've got a bit of wine from one of the wineries out in the valley of the Four Kings.
I'll do
Take-
one of the wines.
Actually, can we get a bottle of wine and...
Right,
Do you have a bottle of the dwarven ale?
right.
Take that too.
1 gold for the lot.
Done.
One moment, please, and he'll turn and he walks down to the far end of the bar. He's not even going the direction that the ghost
Mhm.
is. The ghost is just wiping down. She hasn't really noticed or
Right.
acknowledged your presence. Just doing its
But I
thing.
need you to do a favor for me. I'm going to attempt to connect to the ghost through Ingir.
Okay. Okay.
Call it.
Ingir would like to pair with your Bluetooth network.
And the ghost sort of slides down, sits in front of. I assume Ingir is.
Ingir is like tucked into
Okay.
my clothing.
And she'll, the ghost sort of slides down to the end and looks at you, sort of cocks her head.
And I will start speaking through to her in her mind. Yes, may I? Hold on, I have to. Yes, may I inquire upon what your name is?
Elise.
Ah, nice to meet you, Elise.
Can I get you a drink?
Sure. What do you recommend?
Oh. Well, there's a fine dwarven wine that came down from the Dwarven Empire not too long ago. I can get you a bottle of that if you'd like.
Sounds wonderful. I might try some of that.
Just one moment, please, sir. And she'll turn and sort of float off down to the other end. About this time, the
Right.
other bartender comes back, sets the bottles in front of you. Can I pour you some of that, or?
I actually think we'll hold on to it. We've got a friend who will appreciate these. Be a special gift for him.
Excellent, very much. You staying here in the inn?
No, we're staying outside of town. Little too expensive in town for our blood.
I understand. Yes. Well, if there's anything else we can ever do for you, don't hesitate to come back, and we're happy to
I'd be happy
to serve you.
How late are you open?
Well, we're open till about an hour past sunset.
All right, we'll keep it in mind. Thanks.
Very good, sir. And he goes back down to his end of the bar, and the ghost comes back. She has a ghostly bottle of dwarven wine,
Yeah.
and sets it on the. I don't suppose you've got a platinum on you. If not, it's about 10 gold.
Can you spot me 10 gold?
Yeah, I'll making sure nobody else seems to be noticing us. I'll put 10 gold out on the table.
Okay. She goes to reach for it, and before she grabs it, she fades out, and so does the bottle.
Okay, and let's put it back. Let's head back to camp.
Yeah. Ingir will fill you in on all that was said. So, wow, this building's been here for a while. Holy sh-
That means Lamont's Wells has been here for a while.
this, Interesting.
So as you're going, you start to look around and you realize that yes, some of the architecture is really old. Some of it has very dwarven influence
I suppose
to it. It's not dwarven construction per se, but it's been heavily influenced by dwarven
I
construction.
suppose it does make sense. There would have had to have been like a
Yeah.
trade hub out of the valley.
Something. Yeah, that makes sense. This is where you put it. Interesting. Well, let's head back to camp with.
Guys are asking the wrong questions.
And you can't stop answering questions.
So we'll head back towards our campsite.
All right.
And see if we have a new friend in camp with us now.
I don't know yet.
All right. So back to the ladies. So when you leave, where do you go? What do you do? How is this playing out?
We should not be in the streets.
No, I
Not
was
be
thinking
in
of going on a walk out of town.
That sounds good.
Are you willing to join us for a conversation?
Of course. Now that I can continue sketching this fantastic looking.
Also through in there,
So-
you realize like
You were scared
Large
of us
effect magic
before we
a new
said.
girl who we see her.
Sorry.
Sorry,
We're not going to talk about anything important until
Okay.
we're out of town.
my bad.
And we're gonna.
Are you having fun babysitting?
Once I get walking, I'll sober up. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I just
here's
drank
what
it
we're
way
gonna do
too
before we
fast.
control this.
Yes.
I'm gonna need your help pretending that she's too drunk to walk and we need to get her back to our wagon.
Sorry?
I just like let my legs go. I can do that.
There's very little pretending, actually. I'm gonna need some help.
I can do better than this. I just thought that you wanted me to do this, so I.
No, thank you.
We don't have to carry her.
No, just like take her on. We'll just lead her out of town.
But we could just float her wherever you
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger!
I don't
We'll talk some more about that. Will you please take her on and come with me, please?
physically?
Physically.
How terrible!
I'm like,
I'll support- I can-
Book under my.
I felt
Like,
I'll support myself
So-
more.
What I'm doing, just take her arm, kind of like it. Let's just support her out.
This is yeah.
It's very strange.
You're telling me.
I don't know you.
Then why did you approach?
But touching you and drawing you, not weird.
You're not here.
Thank you.
Alright. So we're gonna head to the shaggin.
Okay. On your way.
The shaggin.
I'll
On
take
your
some
way
bottles,
there.
too.
So on your way there, you do pass through a sort of an open town square kind of thing. You passed through it on your way into town, but you guys were in the middle of a conversation. You didn't really pay much attention. On your way back out, you realize that in the center of this square there is a sculpture, and it looks from a distance kind of like sort of a stylized like water drop throwing up like a splash around it. Perception check at disadvantage.
Didn't
I mean,
one
I
of
will
those
have
try to
seen
eat
this.
Milo?
I'm like, hold on.
This is just for
Okay.
details.
Oh wow, that was really good.
Wow.
I
A
just wanna
natural
drop
20.
it.
A natural 20.
With disadvantage.
She rolled a 14
Wow.
and a 19.
Okay.
Dang.
I just have a 10. I'm like, oh, I want to.
Just a 10?
You just
Okay.
stand by yourself
17.
for like 1
17.
second.
Okay. So, for Cabbage and for, believe it or not, See Me, as you're passing by it, you realize this is not actually a water drop throwing off like a splash. This is a female figure in the center of bodies being flung away from her.
Oh,
Hi, Mom.
that's where that happened.
Oh, so morbid.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that was a lot prettier from a distance.
I liked it when it was a water drop.
Yeah.
Okay. let's keep going.
Yep.
I mean, stop it. Just
No, right now. You maybe can come back later.
Moving right
Such
along.
an interesting statue.
And I'm sure there's people milling about. Have I been recognized at any point?
No.
Okay, cool.
This is a big enough town. You probably wouldn't be recognized unless you were down by the waterfront,
I was
by
gonna
the
say,
by
can't
the
go off the
docks.
docks.
Come
Yeah.
along, drunkie.
As long as you stay off the docks, you're probably not gonna be
Okay.
recognized.
Drunky. That's
Okay, so
what
we
they
get
call
over
me.
to when we finally get over to the shagging.
Is
Okay.
this something weird that I would be
Okay,
like,
so
Yeah.
so Lance,
Oh, I guess
not Killian, Lance, describe please
What am I
So-
what the
watching
shaggin'
here?
is.
It's set up in a clearing that's about 25 feet across. There is a wagon with 2 chimneys poking out of the top. One side of the wagon is lowered down, and there's like a pavilion that has rolled out. And as you look into this wagon, because the sides of the pavilion are rolled up, it is like a workshop, cottage, small home setup inside this wagon. And there's chairs set up, there's some boxes of supplies. The way when the wall folds out, it extends. It's designed in such a way that it extends the floor space, so it becomes like this sort of open-sided cabin. There's a forge and like some workbenches. There's a stove. There's a desk with all sorts of papers sort of pasted up around it with schematics and things drawn on it. There is a pantry. There's a couple on the back. There's a couple like cabinets full of different types of materials, and then there is a door that goes into one side. On the outside, there is like the place where you'd sit to drive the wagon. There's also water barrels strapped to either side, and on the back end there is this little like bay window area with a big desk set up.
So this is like Howl's Moving Castle had a baby.
Yeah.
With a luxury RV.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
That's an excellent.
That is a really
description.
Yep.
That almost dropped
great.
me. I'm like, what in
Catch
the rainbow
myself.
trout is this?
And I assume Mal's just sitting around
Yep.
doing his thing.
Yeah, he's just.
Hey, Mal.
Oh, hi.
Hey, yeah, Simmy drank too much.
The weird dwarf.
What we talked about this, Cabbage. She's not supposed to drink.
Vegetable.
Oh,
Oh, Mal. Yeah, that would be
you.
that would be a
It's
stupid thing to do.
It's a good thing I'm not there.
I really enjoyed that it's
Sorry.
actually Keith that did this,
No, right?
though.
It's actually Keith that messed up, but now it's just canon that Mal messed up.
I'm not any good at this, by the by. I'm sorry, Eleanor.
The likelihood of killing her just went up to a 7.
And that one's by no fault of
But
hers.
we've talked about
Well-
this. She's not supposed to drink.
Did you make this?
Mal is
I'm
typing.
not there.
Hold on just
Oh.
a second.
I'm not
You're
there.
not there yet?
No, you guys,
Okay.
you guys are gonna get there before us.
Did you make
I'm about to smack my companion.
Go take a walk.
No, Mal.
He has a +2 deception.
Look at Simi. I'm like, kids these days, huh?
Well, does it matter anymore?
No.
Okay, do you actually think that I don't know that? She snuck other person's alcohol when nobody was looking.
Actually,
Anyway, will you please just keep... Will you please keep guard? I have to have an important question with this maybe new friend. Or conversation, sorry, not just a question.
I mean, there's probably an important question in there too.
Simi. Like, nice to see you again.
Also, Killian told me I could have some.
What is the point of having secret names if we don't keep them a secret?
Killian.
Connor,
Is that the one with the expression? Like
he
was
used to
having
kill Ians.
too much fiber.
And you thought I was going to be the problem.
No, I didn't! You're the only one I think can actually keep the charade up.
You've been doing this for this long. We weren't worried about you.
So, yeah, I'll just keep watch.
Thank you.
Oh, it is a good thing Killian was not there for this exchange.
Why do you have secret names?
No, okay.
You don't actually
that
know.
Wasn't
Yeah,
said.
that was
wasn't
Lance
said.
being
that's
ridiculous.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, Lance wasn't
You
there.
just know that they're using different names to refer to each other all the time.
all the time.
I
Yes,
often
we all fail.
make up names like Simi said.
Catapult.
Her body's on the other side of the room.
Oh,
Okay.
Is
Mal's
there some,
already
like,
met her?
jurisdiction law?
No. Well,
Are you sure?
Wait.
Mal seems to think he's already met her.
I met him on a boat.
Steven
I met you
says
on a boat,
Mal
Steven.
With
already
her
met
flippy floppies.
Stephen, I
Sorry.
met you on a boat and I drew you. My interpretation.
Oh, was she on the boat that...
Keith is
My
rapidly checking the
interpretation.
canon of.
Oh, yep, she has a picture of
That's
him.
how I saw you.
Viking Santa.
Viking Santa.
Did Keith make an oopsie?
no, I don't actually
Did the other
know
two
that.
players make this up without...
Yeah.
We completely made it.
I was gonna say, would Steven and Stephanie behind Keith's back develop an entire alternate continuity of how their characters know
Of
each
course
other?
they
Yes.
would.
I just briefly met him on a boat.
Are you implying that those two have a lot of free time on their hands and nothing productive to do with it?
Are you insinuating I spent all day today only working on this character instead of other work things? Yes.
I totally did not take the last half of my day to work on stuff for today.
All right.
I would never do that. I'm a productive member of society.
So they know each other.
I just know him as the person that was on the boat.
Oh,
His
okay.
face was interesting, so I drew it.
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
he does have an
Now,
interest.
if you'll just keep watch.
You just
Quietly.
named every single
Over
person.
there.
At this point, I guess why not?
That's not true. There's one person we
But
haven't
Mal
named.
isn't even actually his real name.
That's
not
true.
how that works.
Somewhere Killian is going, and doesn't know why.
Taking psychic damage, but I don't know what from.
You know what from.
Okay, so I'm gonna find a nice little grassy spot and sit down.
Oh, do you focus better when you're drawing?
Focus?
Like, will it be easier to have a conversation with you if you're sketching something?
I draw what I find interesting.
So you won't be paying attention to what I'm saying if you're sketching.
I will pay absolute attention to you,
Okay.
Eleanor.
Yeah.
Catch, whatever you want to be called.
All right. So,
That's smart.
so you
Very weird crew here.
look. I don't know where this little Elwick town is that you're from, but you're gonna get killed real quick in this empire because you're talking about floating things and magic and spells, and those are all very illegal here. Basically, the only one who can be magic is the Empress.
And
It's
that-
all really stupid. That's how it is,
That's
though.
why I must go speak to her
No,
because
she will kill you immediately.
She's a murderous, crazy person.
Yes.
how is she in lead? I mean,
Because she's the only one.
She's a
who's
murderous,
magic.
crazy person.
I mean,
She's capitalized on magic and has an army behind her to kill the people who say otherwise.
She's got a monopoly in a military.
so there's no magic.
Absolutely no magic.
No magic.
I feel like
None
that's a
at
deception
all.
on that's a deception check, I
So,
believe.
so make a deception check. Make an insight check.
I'm going to use deflection.
Hmm?
I'm going to use
Oh,
deflection
right.
to get
Okay.
advantage on that.
From being a middle child.
Is that a middle
Son
child
of a bitch,
ability?
It's
That's her
both
middle child.
fours.
I love it so much.
I have 19.
What is it that I want?
Deception.
Deception.
How'd that go?
Well, I mean,
I think she failed.
11?
That's
Yeah, so
Eight less
yeah,
than you
so
needed.
when this person says to you that magic is like there is no magic except the Empress, that is a flat out lie.
The problem is you said it like this. Yeah, there's no magic around here. You should have her roll a perception check.
Have we been calling her Simi this whole time? Like
Only
no.
one person has
Only
said
one
Simi.
person?
And
I
oh,
called you Rysla
do you
earlier.
oh, okay, so
Yeah.
she's
I
called me
did.
Rysla.
Oh yeah.
Do you speak Elven?
Are you asking me?
No,
Like
out
above
of character.
table.
Game?
Above
Out of
table?
character. Do you
Yes,
speak Elven?
I
Okay.
speak Elven.
Okay.
So it's a word in Elven. It doesn't make much sense without the rest of it, but pretty much it would be like without.
Oh, if we called you Simi, it would sound like we were being
Yep.
super racist.
Well,
Um,
if you said the whole thing,
Steph,
it would at
make a
least. So I
perception
guess
check
this
real
would
quick.
be
Another
like the
Or, I mean,
abbreviated version.
Yeah.
I have really bad
What is this
perception.
for?
For my bird.
That would be exactly my passive. It's 10.
10?
Wait! No, yes, we'll go with it.
Just a reminder, I'm pretty sure you've got some
I have a whole
inspirations.
stack.
If you would like
I do
to,
want
to
to.
cast
I
one of
don't
those
wanna
in
waste it.
and re-roll it,
I'll
you
do it.
can.
I'll do it. Be better. I don't like your dice.
I was going to use Steven's dice.
That would be a 2.
You want to use another
So,
inspiration?
I'm like, no magic.
Also, you want to use a different dice?
I'll use a different. I have like a whole stack of these, or is Keith making me use them so I can't use them later?
I mean, you don't have to use them. You could just
Wow.
take one.
How'd
or
that
two.
go?
Yours is
Look,
not much
I
better.
don't care about whatever is That'd be a 4.
Okay, so your 10 is your highest. We'll go with that.
Mine actually rolled better.
So is he like trying to hide or not?
Oh no, yeah, like he knows to like stay hidden most of the time, but he
Okay.
does keep watch over the
Yeah, this new
camp.
person is not
Um,
like
It's a 14 stealth.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
think he's
So
Yeah,
when she
he,
said there's no magic, I'm like, hey, drunky. Drunky drunk.
See, she agrees.
I'm like,
She's a
drunky
drunk.
drunk.
That's a name.
You don't say
Gee,
alcoholic.
they're magic.
Alcoholic.
What?
Like that.
There's people that know magic.
this panic cross her face.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
I
Oh,
am
no.
real drunk and don't talk good when I'm drunk.
If you would like to make an insight check on that, feel free.
It's a non-zero chance we're gonna come back to like a massacre.
Look, I'm not rolling any more tonight. That was a 1, but it's a 4.
Here.
If it's a 1, no.
Man, she is so drunk.
Yeah, no.
I'm real wasted. I am not an
Like,
accountable
there's
enough
no
person.
One here except her and him. But
Okay, you do realize that if everything I told you about this place is true, then saying, like, even talking about this makes me a criminal.
there's no one here. I do.
It's like it has one charge. Wisdom.
So about this point,
No,
you
it's a
guys
weekend.
have.
Oh yeah.
I know magic.
So about the-
There's magic around.
So about
Is
this
that
time-
what I walked back to?
No, about this time you guys are passing that memorial.
Oh, okay.
In the
we gonna...
yeah, go ahead and make a perception check real quick.
Oh,
9.
Yeah, it's like your brain is elsewhere.
16.
You catch it.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Yep. Do you say that out loud?
I hope not.
No. But I,
we really would be the
You know,
worst at this.
you're walking along, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of your eye, you see something familiar. You turn and you like skip a step. It's like,
There,
She followed me.
For flavor's sake, can I just like? There's a bigger one in the capital. This is like the smaller version. This is
This
it's
is a
like
reproduction.
It's like the equivalent of just like this is the Las Vegas Eiffel Tower compared to the size of the
Yeah.
actual Eiffel Tower.
You're like, I've seen the
It
real
doesn't
thing.
look
I
like a
see
water
that.
droplet in the other place.
I'll let you know what that is and just be like, let's work a little bit faster.
Oh, fun.
Okay, look, I really want to like you. I really want to be friends with you.
Really don't want to have to kill you.
But
Why?
I don't feel like you're getting this.
It's dangerous here.
It's like really dangerous.
So clearly you are a magic user.
Now she's gonna be like,
Really,
I don't know.
It sort of uses me, you know.
That's weird. But
That's uncomfortable.
Your magic's bitch.
I don't have to. I don't have to use any magic.
I would
you
highly
didn't
recommend
want to
you
physically,
not.
like, help with her. I feel like you're very used to it. Using magic.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
Okay,
I know something.
you seem like a nice lady.
Yeah.
I don't really want you to die.
No.
Why in the hells are you in the Empire?
Frankly, I am amazed someone has not killed you yet.
It's true.
I travel alone. I've been researching.
That's
How
helped.
long have you been in the Empire?
How far is the Empire? No, we're on the edge of the Empire.
Yeah, you're on
so-
the very edge
okay.
of it.
So it would depend where she came from, though, because if she came from the other side of the Empire, the whole thing. She's
Well,
crossed the
I
whole thing.
I am assuming that she would have been dead by
I
now.
haven't been here very long.
Okay.
That's real good.
This isn't a real good place for you to be, maybe. Also, why are you here again?
Research?
So my particular brand of
That which shall not be
that
named.
which shall not be named is very unique, and I haven't encountered anyone else who does it, and I need to learn more about it. So I'm trying to find more information about the hobby that I have.
Artwork. You can say art.
That is very apropos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
my artwork.
Okay. That's a.
So we need to find an artist
So you're saying
that
that
can
the
teach her how
Empress
to
is
art
the only
without
one here.
being openly artsy.
The Empress is the
Why did you
only
have to tell me that?
open artist.
Hmm.
It is only legal for the Empress to be an artist. Everyone else who might or might not be an artist is a criminal.
You said you're a criminal.
For different reasons, probably.
She's a pirate.
She's an actual criminal, not an artist criminal.
You steal things.
Sure.
You murder people?
Probably.
As far as you know.
That's for you. Probably.
As far as you know, I don't.
Want me to put the
I'm
you wanna
not
put
gonna
the
kill
warning
you.
thing up to 8?
Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Not yet.
We're still sitting at a nice
I
7.
only kill bad people. So
Well, I really have no choice. I have to find out more about painting and artwork.
Wait, what was the first thing you said?
Banding?
Painting? Oh, I thought you said banding.
What did she say?
I think it was supposed to be painting.
Painting. I
Painting
heard
art.
banding, so I
did
thought,
too.
okay.
Painting and artwork.
I do still want to armband though. That's very fashionable.
Killian's gonna kill me.
He's gonna kill both of us.
Yeah.
And Mal's probably gonna kill me when I sober up a little bit more, which I'm not that drunk. Wait, no, I'm really drunk. Because I shouldn't talk.
Look, we are a secretive bunch for our own reasons. We have a lot of things being friends with us maybe isn't a good idea, but you also look like you're gonna get killed in like 5 seconds.
So about this point, you guys get back and you see Mal just sort of leaning against one of the trees outside the shaggin.
Aren't you supposed to be keeping watch?
I am.
We have a new friend in camp, don't we?
Don't worry about
And who let Simi drink?
She drank.
I did. Because
Do I need to
It's
give her
better
some
thing.
more of the taste bad stuff?
no,
Yes.
no, I think we're okay.
No.
But
it
I
might
have
be-
something for you, and I will pull out the dwarven ale.
Oh.
Found that in town.
Oh.
Thought you might be interested in that.
And he goes off and is
Wow.
going to be...
We might want to think
Wow.
about making a badge for
Hey, he's not even paying
Yes,
attention
he's-
now.
for
Ooh.
Eleanor.
Booze. See, he does it, and it's just,
Because he's not an addict.
you know that.
If he is, he's a high-functioning one, which I'm fine with.
Where did you get this?
You've never seen me have to
So,
function super well with it.
How do we deal with our new?
I don't know. I don't know why
Are
they're
you
still...
within earshot?
I was going to say, this is... I assume we're having this discussion. So as we're walking up, like, I don't know. I don't know why they even brought her here. I don't know why they stayed talking to her.
Is that a forge?
Oh, look.
You wouldn't happen to have a horse snake on this shaggin, would you?
No. Sort of.
Whichever gods are listening.
So none of them.
I do not believe in gods.
I had my doubts until I woke up with one in my... Never mind.
Sorry, what?
Nope.
We have to kill all 3 of them.
I like to think that is as we're coming up to you guys. He says, we're going to have to kill all 3 of them.
If I had an inspiration...
What is your
Gale!
I'm offended.
So am I.
I thought you liked me.
That was before you started bringing strangers to our camp.
Yeah.
She's not a stranger
I'm
now.
Dells.
It
Just
rhymes
because you
with
say your
bells.
name doesn't bring a level of.
So I'm going to pull Cabbage over to the side and, like, quietly,
But now you know.
why is she in our campsite?
Because she is going to get killed. She doesn't understand that magic is illegal. Wherever she is from, it's very common. I just don't want her to get killed.
Those barrels of water?
I'm trying to explain to her what the Empire is and what not to say. And maybe the quickest way to leave.
If you ever see a
She seems
mechanical
like a nice
badger,
lady. I
don't
just
stop
want
to
her
draw
die
it.
for no
Are
reason
you
because we
literally
have
saying
an
that to me?
idiotic
Yes.
ruler.
Also fair.
She
It might
She's a nice
kill
lady.
you.
Do you just really like alcohol?
okay.
Or
She said
there's
this.
some kind of allergy?
Artwork. We're calling it artwork
We're calling what artwork?
Or drunky, whatever.
Oh,
because she was just like,
What was her name again?
why don't you just float the thing over? See, this is why I had to get her out of town. Do you understand now?
Rise.
Okay.
Definitely.
So-
Rise.
Nice.
Her particular
I tried.
brand of art is different from anybody she's ever known. So she's trying to find other artists to figure out more about herself. She wanted to go meet the Empress.
Yeah.
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 This woman's going to get herself killed, so I'm just trying.
So you want me? I just want to get the color of your hair. Just
Saren, give me patience.
I think they're listening.
I don't know. I can usually get a hold of them pretty easily.
Yeah, who, like, are you
Should
favorite
I- should I
child or
pull
something?
Don't know.
You know,
Also,
Iris
like,
could probably do me a solid, and like some anarchy of a meteor dropping on her wouldn't be.
So-
Anyway, you can't just let her.
I know. So, Dells.
yes.
I also maybe convinced her to come out here by promising she could draw my art band.
What?
She was saying magic very loudly in a tavern. I did what I could.
And you don't think it's gonna be dangerous when she has a drawing of that in her?
You have drawings of everything everywhere.
But I don't keep. So, Dells, where are you headed?
So
Any artist but that one.
Are you handicapped? Did they not fucking explain what will happen?
Died
I
a
love
little.
that Cabbage just cracked and called him Killian.
I don't think it matters anymore.
Do you need to go take a walk?
I think so.
I am trying to understand how
You know what?
someone can be so incredibly stupid that after being explained to them, what will happen?
She didn't grow up here. She doesn't
I
know
don't
the
care. When
depth
someone
of
says,
it.
"Oh, if you go meet them, they'll execute you because it's against the law,"
I mean, listen to how ridiculous that sounds.
that doesn't sound ridiculous. That sounds like we have crappy laws.
I know, but she clearly comes from somewhere where that's not the case.
Well, does she come from somewhere with laws?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You have laws?
I don't think she's listening.
Yes.
So you understand the concept of something being against the law.
Yes, but if no one does artistry, and I do,
So when you ask the Empress, "Hey, can I learn about artistry?" What do you think she's going to do when you just said, "Hey, I want to learn more about breaking the law. Can you teach me?" What do you think will happen?
I think she might be intrigued on my brand of artistry.
Well, past experience has taught us, given everyone else who's gone and talked to her about it, that she won't and she'll kill you.
that's even if you can get to her.
Like Monopoly and
She's a terrible, evil person who abuses and oppresses other people
And her people abuse and oppress
and her
other people.
family for no
Everybody's
reason.
terrible.
It's not someone you want to meet.
No.
check.
Well,
Anyway,
then I will find artists elsewhere in this great nation.
There is
You will not find them in the Great Nation because the Great Nation has made it illegal.
and anyone who is an artist is executed. No
If they
ifs,
even-
ands, or buts.
If you even say those words, if you even say, "Oh, I'm an artist," they'll execute you on the spot just for saying it.
They'll kill. I've seen
How?
people killed for
Will they
less.
attack me with swords, or
Yes.
Yes, they will get lots and lots of men, and they will come and tie your hands and take you to the stake and burn you.
Or for the what's your order again?
What?
What's Simi's order again?
Oh, jeez.
Uh,
It's
the
written in my
Appellian
notebook.
Yeah,
order.
so-
Yeah,
yes.
the Appellian order.
And
Thank you.
like
I see.
the Appellian order will basically beat you to death.
They will send the people who specifically hunt artists to find you and kill you because you're an artist. That's how it works here.
The sniff.
Now, is that clear enough for you?
you're yelling.
Yeah, I'm a little frustrated that we've dragged some random ass person that we just met
That's
into the
not
middle of our
nice.
business because you're so.
I think you need to take a walk.
I need to take a walk. Gillian's
Here's a
gonna go to a
Snickers.
lab.
I don't have sleep or blindness or anything.
We're not even 100 feet from the city.
I imagine we're far enough out that we won't like.
Oh yeah.
Because
Okay.
like we would have to be able to have our conversation.
And Mal's still keeping watch.
Oh yeah. Mal is.
Watch. Ooh, shiny.
I apologize for.
Wait, what color is your character's hair?
Brown.
Dang it. I was gonna apologize for my redheaded friend.
Are we like well outside of town, or like
Ah,
how?
Yeah, I mean, far enough that.
We're probably like a mile and a half outside of
Yeah,
town.
about that.
So,
And we're off the road a good little bit. Like,
Yeah.
we're not directly on the road. We have privacy.
I apologize for all the yelling. But are you okay over there?
Oh yes, I'm withdrawing seriously.
I apologize for all the yelling. It's been a long few days, long few years.
Yeah, a lot of crap's gone down.
Yeah, so, I understand that you think that meeting the Empress would be a good idea, but trust me, as somebody who has lived under her reign for my entire life, that is a horrible idea, and you would be better off going back wherever you came from.
I served in her monasteries. It's awful.
There's no magic back where there's no magic of this kind back there.
What
I
do
can
you
only
mean by
go
this
forward.
kind?
So where is Killian?
Killy, you can see him. He's like on the other side of the clearing, like doing a lap.
How far away?
How
60
flashy
feet?
is this? How much attention are you about to draw to yourself?
Please, nothing attention.
Not me.
Oh dear.
What?
Don't get our friend deaded either.
Let's see.
Even inconvenienced might not be a good thing
Yeah,
right now.
Okay.
yeah.
He's pretty upsetty.
I will discreetly.
Uh-huh.
I will scribble and I rip out my page and I cast dancing lights, which is just 4 little torch-sized lights, as little torches.
I have dancing lights.
Yeah, you do. You can be like,
There's
oh!
There's lights, but
So are you like casting it like at a particular person or spot or
Just like right
or
around
just
us.
right
it's
in-
like right there. Like I'm
Just-
just showing.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a question.
What's your passive
She
perception?
turned her paper
So
into
do
pretty
I.
lights.
No, I mean like.
So out
is
of the
it-
corner of your eye, you'll see these little bobs of dancing light.
But it's daylight. They're not my nose.
You should snuff those out. My question is, what is unusual about this? Do you have to write it down, or are the lights what's unusual?
Excuse me.
I didn't do
Does
anything.
it
drunk
always
hiccup?
make somebody make a noise like
It's a side effect. Someone within 60 feet. Either that or an erection.
My magic comes from my art.
So that's what's unusual about it.
Is it not? Have you heard?
Are
Someone else.
you
No,
officially
I just-
Narcana?
Okay.
Okay, so hang on 1 second. So
How do I just will them to end?
yeah, you'll just will.
Yeah, you can just-
yeah.
I'll let it
Um,
snap for flavor.
That's impressive.
No.
Sammy likes it. Drunky drunk. likes
So
I'm just drunky drunk now.
because you sort of caught him out of the corner of your eye and started paying attention, you're gonna notice a little bit of something. Simi, you're gonna feel a little bit of a tingle. Both of you guys are gonna recognize that what she just cast is tapping into
Would I feel it as well?
no.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, he might.
actually, yeah, you would a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait.
So it's tapping into divine magic, but it's a real odd way of tapping into it. It's like actually tapping into it and or having it funnel through her, but warped and twisted in a way that divine magic shouldn't work, but she's made it work.
So basically, like pulling from the divine pool of water through an arcane straw.
Yeah.
Oh, so is this fueling? Is this using divine fuel to produce arcane results?
Yeah.
Huh. That
What?
Hold on, I'm gonna just do an Arcana check real quick. That is a 15. Okay.
would this feel similar
That's
to
not how that's.
like
Yeah. I'm just gonna say that I figure out that that's not how that's supposed to work.
the weird
Did I
stuff
say
that
that?
started happening
I
when
can hear it?
I talked to
I don't
Zoyan?
think so.
No.
It's sort of an
I don't think
echo
any
of
of this is
that.
ever
It's in the same sort of direction, but not exactly the same.
Huh.
Killian is gonna
I know, I'm very fast.
make a call
What?
to the powers that be, see if anybody answers.
It feels, I mean, not quite the same,
No.
but there's something
What?
I've
what
felt
do you
that
say?
before. I've just
Oh.
I've seen something like that had similar shivers.
Killian's gonna finish
Not-
his lap around the clearing and walk back over.
Me.
We're going
So
to
you
die.
know something? So you've experienced
I've
something similar.
seen weird things.
You know, like,
Can the amulet only work
what's
on
it
who's
called
ever
when
wearing
one
the
of your
amulet?
close
You have to be attuned
friends
to it.
kills you? It's not patricide. It's
Why are we discussing one of our close friends killing someone?
Hi, Killian.
Hi.
Hi.
I've calmed down a bit.
I
I
need to
can see
stop
that. That's
talking.
I would like to choose another cantrip.
I'm gonna to you. I'm just gonna be like, you might want to take another lap.
I do a little rip, and I send a message mentally to Drunky Drunk,
Oh no.
and I'm just like, we should be friends, you and I.
You should see my face go.
What did you
Say
just?
anything back? Mentally?
I'm not sure if I know I can.
I try to reach you for your heart.
I think her particular brand of
No,
magic.
I saw.
Mm-hmm.
I saw.
Like,
This might be history we want to keep.
do I notice everyone's being really weird right now?
Yeah, you're not even gonna have to roll for that one.
We're not good at hiding it.
I mean, it's different than anything I've seen, but I don't know. if it's
Have you ever
this
said a
and-
prayer?
Well, that's
No, I don't believe in God.
No, she
Oh,
hasn't.
good
It's
to
because
know.
she's using it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That is out loud.
She
No,
just
it's because
did
she's
a thing
using
that
it
you
wrong.
So you know something about
Yep.
this brand of
Not the same.
I don't know that.
So not the one and the two and the thing,
No.
But the
no.
broken council.
Yup. Except that's not how that works. And
Might
it's-
as well be.
No. That's like that's like making alcohol. And instead of drinking the good part, you just take the vinegar out of it and drink that part.
Your analogies are weird.
No, I actually got that one.
No, I understand what it was supposed to mean. It's just a weird analogy.
It's like you did everything right until you got to the last part, and then you took the exact wrong direction with it.
If you like vinegar.
Who likes vinegar
I
straight?
don't know.
Should I use blue pen?
Okay. So clearly, you are an artist.
Yes.
She just talked to my brain.
Drunk are you?
I'm not drunk enough for this.
And you came here looking for people who could help you understand your brand of artistry.
Yes. I want to learn more.
Because no one where you're from does this.
No. Not this.
Not this.
Not this.
Do they do something else in the brand of artistry?
Very little. Favor for the seas. Get more fish.
Little stuff here and there.
Little rituals. Little.
And you don't believe in gods.
No.
That's
You might want to
unfortunate.
I
start.
have not seen any gods.
You should never
They're
be
busy.
your heroes anyway.
Already tried.
Oh, it would be funny though.
Ah, yes.
They're busy.
Busy.
What about
Already
the
tried.
comic?
Because there are none. There's none there.
Oh, please.
I have been put on hold.
But it would, like, the comic
I've never
side
tried.
of this.
Would you like me to try again?
Yeah.
We have someone who says you're not real.
Comedy.
Would
Think
you
of
be
the
interested in
comedy.
proving them wrong?
For comedian's sakes.
What about a library?
What?
Roll me a d10 real quick.
What
Just see if I
about
can find this
library?
list. If it's a 1, re-roll it.
Would you just rip it to bits?
No, I'm
that
sorry. If
might
it's a
be
10,
information.
re-roll it.
In a library.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
read
probably
books.
not in the Empire.
She would control information about artistry.
Yes. What just
Let's
happened?
see.
Great.
Let's see.
It's a pyramid, I swear.
Who's number 5? The one that's missing.
Nice.
Here.
Oh,
Wait.
I think it's the second.
Sorry.
page. Second
Sorry.
page.
Wait.
Hang on.
No.
What's that?
Like, am I missing one?
What's happening?
So do I get a response, Keith?
I thought
that
that's
how
not
that works?
possible.
I mean, if it does work, in Killian's defense, he's been trying to contact them for a while.
I'm extremely
Well, I
invested
yeah.
in this now.
Oh,
Let me look one more time. I forgot a detail. Hang on.
I really
Sorry.
appreciate you guys being so interested in the origin of my magic, just as I am.
Interested is
I mean, artistry.
a word.
So does anything happen, or do I...
Yeah, that's a
Um,
really.
So
Yeah, definitely change that word over in your brain.
Artistry. Sketches.
Yeah.
so there's
as they are, so-
there's sort of a and sort of standing in the clearing where there was no one before, there's now this sort of, it's kind of hard to tell if she's human or elf or half elf
They do
figure.
have comedic timing.
And she's just kind of standing there. It's like
Which one's this?
somebody.
Do we
Yeah,
recognize this one?
she doesn't... Well, yeah, do I recognize...
You haven't seen Siren, have you?
That is,
The-
I have.
oh,
As,
the goddess
as,
of life.
as my patron
Oh,
goddess,
I
yes.
was like, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, yeah, you recognize her then. It's like,
Wait, have I seen Sarah?
Yes, she's the one who came into our campsite and grabbed Zoigan and yoinked him out in front of everybody.
I'm the only one who hasn't
Yeah.
seen her. Because I dragged in.
You do have comedic timing. Thank you so much, Lady Saren.
And
Dels,
Goddess.
Dels, this would be the goddess, Lady Saren.
I appreciate you trying this sort of.
Oh, trust me, I'm not trying anything. I just asked
So,
a favor.
Ma'am, Miss, Your Majesty, I don't know how to address you.
it's just Siren.
Saren. So basically, she's pulling angelic magic.
She's tapping into your power, but using it to fuel arcane magic.
I draw.
I
Oh,
drew.
you try
yeah.
boof, and that's cool.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm
Just
keeping.
you
I
just
can't
hold on
remember
to
the
it
name
until-
of my
hang on.
Just
god.
hold
for a
on to
second.
it until Saren
It's like-
leaves.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's
Downstairs?
yeah, you're Dunos's like fifth great granddaughter, aren't you?
Do you know
What?
Wait.
Do knows?
I'm sorry, what?
who's doing
Who?
Really?
Yeah, isn't it obvious?
No,
No.
not for me. Admittedly, there's been some confusion on the subject.
Oh,
Who's Duno?
Can I
Balance.
really look at her
Excuse me?
You heard me right.
to see if I see some sort of
make a
what-
religion check.
So you're the fifth
What?
great
No.
granddaughter
Yup.
of balance.
Absolutely
Who?
not.
You heard.
Yeah.
That's a
Who?
6. So.
Yeah, no.
That there's a god of balance.
So is
I
what she
didn't know they
doing
could have kids.
just a byproduct of?
Like,
Yeah, her bloodline.
So like,
actually
is this
right there.
That could be a spell. It could be.
Would you like to demonstrate
a
your?
facsimile.
And her radiance
hold
like
on.
blast forth.
Ah, my eyes!
I'm like, holy.
Can you make the whole group of people that might have just seen that forget about it now?
Nobody was around.
She keeps saying that too, and I'm
Wait.
not comfortable with this.
So do like you have children?
Also, by the way, that has burned away your buzz. You're done.
Yes, I am done.
My eyes.
So you guys can reproduce?
Well,
Well, you are a weird monogulation of.
You don't have to answer that.
Stuff.
I
Came
assume
from
you're
a line of
busy.
fishermen.
a little bit. We've got a whole backlog of prayers we're working through.
On a side note,
Right.
is there anything in particular in the area that
While you're here.
death might be involved with?
What?
Not that I know of.
What do you?
Do you think if you have the time, you could find out maybe. Give me
I
a
mean,
little-
I can certainly check with him and see.
I'll look in the back and
If
see
you
if we
could,
have any.
that would be most helpful.
Oh, I don't mean to interrupt. Just like when you're done,
No, no, go ahead. That's all.
I was just wanting to inquire as to the status of the god in rehabilitation.
We're making progress on that front. It's slow going. He's
Has a garden rehab.
he's been out of he's been out of whack for a little while. We're trying to get him back where he needs to be. Shouldn't be too much longer.
I mean, if he was the one that showed up for me, though, then he's like my most direct connection, right? So, like, how do I, like, what am I supposed to?
Have great comedic timing, apparently.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
And I don't think that means drinking.
Keith, can I start melting away? Just like
What?
melt, like backing away.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do.
Okay, I can't get it in there too.
That's a 6.
So you're
They're
doing
so
this
pretty.
whole I'm backing away and nobody is seeing me.
So my
and-
passive
so-
perception is 18.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I am gonna
You
look over and be
don't
like,
get to-
all right.
no,
so
no.
now you've met one,
And as you turn back, she's gone.
and Killian will just be like, thanks. I really appreciate it.
The
Wait, who
comedic
was that?
timing was good. That was the goddess of life.
Wait a minute.
That would be the
What?
goddess of life.
That's the source of your magic.
No.
Oh.
No, the source of her magic is because she is the great
Oh, yeah, sorry.
granddaughter of Dunos, the god of balance, who's currently missing.
Aren't you glad?
How convenient.
Yes.
He's missing.
That's
Okay,
a big
well, I
part
say
of the problem.
missing.
We know where he is.
We know where he is. We just have to get him back.
Yeah.
Okay. So against my better judgment, I feel like we should probably
Yep.
invite you, Del, to come with us. And help you learn more about magic.
You know.
I did.
I did. And
apologize.
I apologize for losing my temper. It was a very stressful experience being in town for the first time. Oh, my name's Eleanor, but just told me my name.
I didn't say that.
Ingir will
It was
continually
pretty
replay it
close.
in your head. Of
No,
exactly
I
what
didn't
you
say
said.
that. I said something similar.
I know, but he'll repeat it as if you did say it like that.
You have
But I do
one
apologize.
thing. I'll kill you.
We are. I don't know how much. How much do we just explain
Okay,
it all?
hold on. Do you even want
That's a good question,
to,
actually.
to stay with us? We've already sort of given you inklings into what's going
Okay,
on.
let me rephrase that. So we are also artists, some of us,
Sorry.
but we have to work very hard to keep it hidden, so that we are not hunted down and murdered for it. Because that's what they do around here.
So, now that you have a good idea of the fact that you can be killed here, you can either go your way or we're involved in some pretty serious stuff.
Some of that stuff does include,
Art.
art.
And to
And
be honest, if
hopefully
you're trying to
making
figure out
art more accessible to others
and
someday.
if you're trying to figure out your art style, probably everyone here is probably the best individuals who could probably teach you.
Does make sense.
So, what we're saying is you are welcome to join us, but
Some
it
ground
would maybe
rules.
be in your best interest to not.
Traveling with us will be dangerous.
Yep.
Um,
But I mean, if you're going around just
What
saying,
are you doing?
right now or in the long term?
Because that's two different answers.
how do you
And
feel
the-
about taking down government?
such as the Zenthus?
Yeah, that'd be the one.
And restoring things that make the magic go magic.
There is nothing I like more than a good mystery.
According to this page.
Yes, but on one condition.
What?
Can I draw your cart with the chimneys and the...
Actually, if you don't have a sketch of it, it's probably not
Actually,
that
yeah, no,
flash.
that's not even actually magical. Feel free.
Okay then.
That's it?
That's your condition?
Yes, it's quite fascinating.
I was expecting a much longer list.
Oh, I can make one.
Oh, that's
No,
okay.
no,
I
no,
just
no.
sorry.
So
I
do we fill her in on everything now?
On the way,
It's
but
a
to
lot.
start, her name's Simi. His name.
Oh, and that might catch your name as, or catch your ear as like a cuss word
Simi's name?
Yeah.
What is it?
in Elvish.
It means
Simialishi means without a name, which
Yeah,
is
which is like a slur. So it is the first part of a slur.
I kind
The
of forget that on
abbreviation
a
is a
frequent
slur.
basis.
Yeah, so Simi. Oh.
We'll
Where
get back
to
to that
start?
one.
Yeah.
You can call
We'll get back to that one. I'm Killian.
Cabbage.
This is Cabbage.
Vegetable.
And the gentleman over there is Mal.
I know that from the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
No, he's friends with the
in
vegetable.
the past,
Can we say that
Couple
we went
years.
back? Do we want to just go back into the shaggin?
oh yeah, no, yeah, we'll go into the shaggin, we'll close it, I'll make sure everybody uses their amulet for
Or-
non-detection.
Ooh.
And I'll
Can I
start.
see
I'll
all this?
start cooking as well.
Well, so like when we go in, we
Meal.
just like the pavilion that's sort of folded out. It just has cloth sides that we just roll down, and then everybody pulls out their like an amulet, and I assume it changes shape as
Oh,
it
I'm gonna see
activates.
something
Well,
really cool.
not as it activates. It's just from the last time you saw it
Right,
to,
it's
to now,
different.
it's different.
Do you want to see something really cool?
I discreetly write cult with a question mark. Yes.
Cool.
Like neat.
Like neat. Nifty.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do, always. What is it?
See, look at this. Look at it again.
And it has changed.
Hold on.
I really wish I knew why they were doing that.
No. And how
I'd like to
Mine,
file
every
a
single
complaint.
one.
Mine just keeps like showing him like destroying other things every time I pull it out.
I'm sorry, it's a badger. right?
Broken
Concerns.
chair.
Is it magic or your
It's eating a
cleavage?
plate.
I don't think my cleavage is magic, and there's not really much of it. But but you can do it like this too.
Oh, so it's magic.
It's magic. Yeah, I'm
Did you
not
make this
magic.
as well? This is how this is.
I'm
Yes.
not really magic. I'm a little magic. I can
So,
do the dancing lights thing.
In the past 2 years, we have learned some things. The first of which being that the Empress of this empire is in charge because she found this, like, piece of a god
But
Good.
not God from here. A God from a different
place.
place.
The cold piece. The water piece.
Yeah,
One
I don't
for
think
each
that's what she
element.
was asking.
Like his thumb.
No, not like piece of a body. Like it's like a giant crystal
Shard.
heart
Ooh.
thing.
Okay.
And she's been stealing that. Her family has stolen that power for millennia to
That's rude.
bully
Yeah.
everyone in the empire and control it, which is why she outlaws magic.
And this queen, empress, my gosh, has 3 sons.
The youngest of
Currently has
Yeah,
3 sons.
Currently has.
She currently has 3 sons.
the youngest of which we met, who told us about all this.
Can they all do magic? Does she allow them?
She does not allow them to.
Allow is
I
a
think
strong
you
word.
want to field that one.
Yes, it's sort of your,
Sort of
area.
up your alley.
I will use the disguise self to
Undisguised.
undisguise
Disguise
self,
myself.
and I look like the picture in the chat, which is a
The red hair one?
Yeah.
the red haired
Okay.
one. So
Okay.
just a slender man, feminine sort of twink, with red hair. And,
I don't think you're
oh,
to say that, Brayden.
I'm not.
I don't think you can say that on Twitch.
Oh,
Yeah.
my apologies.
But if you don't know that it's not a good thing to say, now you know.
Oh, I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
My apologies. I'm so sorry, but
He's a little effeminate.
yes.
Yes, he is effeminate.
My apologies. I didn't.
Learning experience. it's
Learning
fine.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Yes. I am Milo Malaverian Serenathi, the youngest son of the Empress.
And you're all okay with this.
Well, you see, we weren't always,
It took some getting used to.
but we are now on friendly terms. Milo here found the crystal heart that his mother steals her power from, and it asked him to help free it
It's alive.
because it's
Sentient.
part of a god.
Yeah. But, so Milo, so the first gentleman you saw, that was our friend Adrian. Adrian sort of was the guard for Milo, and they fell in love, and then Adrian died protecting Milo. Adrian is Simi's brother, and Milo came to town as Adrian. None of us knew Adrian wasn't alive anymore and that he was actually Milo. It was very complicated and all of us were very upset for a long time. We've come to terms with it. But obviously
Alcohol
he...
helps.
I was about to ask about that Parliament ale.
Yeah, this is a lot.
So,
In.
so after we met the prince of the empire, who's currently on the run from his mother because she wants to kill him because he now has magic powers that she doesn't want anybody else to have,
Yes.
we learned from said magic powers about how they are. There was this god in another world that wound up getting sort of thrown into our world, and it broke into 4 different pieces.
Yes, so basically, if all 4 of these pieces was the god, and this is air, and this is fire, and this is water, and this is earth, and they all split apart.
And they landed on a whole bunch of different parts of our world.
Yeah, they're not actually back together, sorry. They
So,
are all still
There
separate.
are these big crystal heart things sitting around all over the place. We also learned from discussing with them, and so from their world, they have these little lizard people called kobolds, apparently, that came here looking for their gods. So in talking with some of them, we learned that on their world there are 2 gods, or were, a god of creation and a god of destruction. And the creation one got thrown into our world. And so their destruction god started doing all sorts of terrible things, which is when one of our gods, the god of balance, who you're apparently related to,
Weird.
went to their world to try and hold off the god of destruction.
So there was almost sort of a god exchange.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gods.
Yeah.
you're not
Somebody
wrong.
Yeah.
is not to not believe
Yeah, you're gonna have to start believing.
To be fair,
Not
I didn't really,
religious.
yeah, like I didn't really think much of them until a year ago, and then I talked to one, and that sort of,
Yeah.
Anyway, so long story short, one of our gods is on their planet, and their god is on our planet,
In pieces.
and that's causing all kinds of problems because the one that we lost was sort of in charge of like
Balance.
keeping everybody else in check.
It's been an issue.
So now they're all sort of they're running amok.
But we want to get all the pieces back together, send the god back, we get our god back, balance restored,
And hopefully
and
the world
take down
doesn't
the
get destroyed.
empire.
And because the Empress is has captured one of the pieces of a god we need, we're going to overthrow the Empress while we're at it. Because she sucks. So now you're all caught up. So if you're asking what we're doing, we're in the process of finding a piece of a god and planning a rebellion.
Booze helps.
And at this point, I'm going to pull out that bottle of wine from the vineyard in Zetterton and just...
Hey, Killian, that was a pretty good recap. Look at us being
I
teamwork.
know, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to pour everybody a cup. Yours is half the size of anybody else's.
Okay.
Yeah, you've already had way more alcohol than we usually let you have.
And I will distribute cups of wine.
Oh.
Yeah, so there you go. All caught up. It's the
Sign
fast
of-
version.
Of a wise student is to keep learning despite.
Yeah, so if you want to be a part of it, that's what we're doing. Oh, also, because he looks like the prince's bodyguard, people are actively hunting him.
Yeah.
And because we're helping plan a rebellion, people are actively hunting us,
Yeah.
which is why we were using fake names, and why I got really frustrated earlier because we walk into town and the first random person who comes up to us we start talking to and bring back to our secret location while we're currently hiding and on the run from people.
If we can believe in gods, we can believe in fate. Is there a god of fate?
There is not.
Okay.
I mean, you could talk to the god of order.
Yes.
Could also talk to... Anarchy is sort of like fate, I suppose. I don't
Isn't that kind of the opposite of...
Depends what you think about fate. Would not recommend talking to her, though.
No.
She's...
Anyway, yeah, so that's a lot. We're well aware that is a lot. But
I mean, that's definitely not the only reason that I drink, but it helps.
yeah, so now that you're informed, like well informed,
Now you can decide whether you want to go with us or
we can-
hopefully decide to leave this empire, because looking for people to teach you magic is more than likely going to get you killed. And it'd be better to go look for it not here.
Actually, at this point, you know too much. We kind of have to keep it with us.
No, I trust that we could let her go. Who's going to believe her?
Am I God?
It does sound really...
Great.
I don't think you're a god.
Yeah.
You could be a god,
Currently.
apparently, though.
I mean, especially since it's kind of in your bloodline, I wouldn't put it past them. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how that
how it
works.
works.
Apparently, the gods used to be regular people. Oh, that's probably why he has a kid.
Okay, long story short, the gods were kind of like too busy fighting with each other to pay any attention to what was going on down here. And then some of us talked to him and like smacked some sense into him. And so now they're catching up on like thousands of years of ignoring everything that was going on.
Still a little behind on mine.
Yeah, hers is the god of justice. Yeah. His name's Zoigan. He's a bit of a basket case. And, he's the god that's in rehab right now.
So basically, because the god of balance was gone, all the other ones were like arguing with each other
And
and
we're not balanced anymore.
and not paying attention to what was going on in the world, which is
Lot of hormones
part of the
and
reason
things.
everything sucks.
So I'm
Sucks.
related in some part way to the God of
According
balance.
to the deity that we talked to, you are his fifth great granddaughter,
Something like that.
because they were all regular people at one time.
But how does that make sense for there to be magic, though?
Well, I mean, magic's not okay.
That's the mystery.
So when I talked to the gods and sort of barged in on their board meeting,
Broken cows.
the explanation I came to was like, so like, there's the powers, and then there's the person who sort of holds on to the power, and those are separate. So like, there have been several different groups of gods over time.
Right.
So like, the power always exists. It's like part of the world, but it has someone to like sort of channel it, and who channels it has changed.
Right, no, I get that part, but why so many generations past is there still a magical connection from one of the gods? When he wasn't a god, when he fathered her, whatever.
I don't know, maybe he was
ancestor.
super magical back then. Maybe he was related to one of the gods from before. I don't know.
I am the only one in my family that draws.
So all of it is just connected to the art.
I don't know.
Do you?
Is there a
did
god
your,
of art?
does your mom and dad or do your siblings or whatever, do they have other kinds of magic?
No, they fish.
They just fish.
Boy, you sound like you love fishing.
Trout, pike, sturgeon, chub, anchovies.
This is a weird river you live on.
It's amazing.
Eels.
Interesting.
Okay, no. No.
They could be river eels.
Trout is freshwater. Where are you from?
I am from.
I believe her
I
on
don't
the where
fish.
she's from.
So you just don't know what kind, like you don't.
Right, she
They're
just
all
listed off
fish.
every kind of fish she could think of.
Every fish I can remember from Stardew.
If I had more inspiration, I would give it to you.
Sunfish.
Okay.
Yeah, so some of those are saltwater, some of those are freshwater.
And some of those aren't technically fish.
This is a fantasy land. This could have like
Or maybe her
Plains
town
of salinity.
is right on a river on
Meets the ocean.
the
it's
ocean.
brackish.
Yeah. yeah, it could happen.
I don't know. They fish all day.
This is the part the cabbage is like, maybe this wasn't a great idea.
Just remember this, you started this. I tried to brush her off in town and ignore her.
I feel like I grew inland and I know about water than this person.
I mean, to be
grew
fair, it
up.
doesn't sound like she likes fish.
No.
There's a lot of hatred in those descriptions.
Yeah, there's
like
there's a
water.
lot of
You
resentment.
don't like
Ruins-
water.
Ruins my paper.
I mean, if she relies on it for magic, that totally makes sense. For
Fire.
art.
Anything?
You've made fireproof paper.
I don't know how well you can write on it.
But what about waterproof paper?
Oh, that's easy. That's already a thing. You just put a layer of wax on it.
No, but it has to be usable.
Does it have to be paper, Keith? I forgot. If we decided.
I don't know that we did decide.
Okay, let me put it this way. Non-magically, I have made fireproof paper. I can make non-magical waterproof paper, but it's not very good. I have not made magical waterproof paper.
Sorry, I stopped listening because I had a different idea.
Fine.
Okay.
I love the level of honesty.
I'm gonna rip off a piece of cloth.
Do
If
it.
you write on this,
Mm.
does it do magic?
It depends on the magic you want. I'll try it. What should I do?
So if you wrote something on my hand, would my hand fall off and burst into flames?
Can we
Let's
maybe-
try it. Maybe not my hand to start with.
Then don't offer
I
anything.
could
I'm gonna
offer
wanna know.
the hand that is no longer needed.
Are you carrying around a hand?
Do we have a body?
Carrying around a whole body, technically.
Did we forget? What did I forget about a body?
No,
we had?
I've got a body in storage essentially. It's a
Do-
kobold body.
What now?
Oh.
Oh no, yeah, I grabbed it a while ago.
Oh yeah,
Put it
that
in
thing
an
probably
airproof,
stinks.
sealed it away. Last time I checked on it, it was actually fine. I'm not sure it can actually decompose in the bag.
Oh, well that's convenient.
Last time I checked, it was fine.
We
I
could
have not
try
checked
the
in a while.
fabric.
Well, let's try the fabric first.
Sure,
Just
just
keep
saying.
experimenting
If you
with
want a
this.
hand, we technically have one.
But they're from another planet.
Don't know how any of this works.
Okay. I get my inks and I scrawl and do little because it's a message and I have to whisper. I whisper something like
This is a test.
is cabbage your first name or last name? And I just point it and I don't know what happens to the fabric.
So as you sort of like throw the fabric out. The fabric is still there, and it floats to the ground, and the writing disappears from it.
Does the spell actually
That's
work?
what happened.
Yeah, the spell actually works.
Cabbage is my first name. Eleanor is actually my middle name.
No one else disappointed.
Thank
Something
you.
was like green or
My middle name?
your first name.
No, my real legal first name is Cabbage.
I don't like that you said legal.
That's what happened. There you
All
go.
of my other siblings are vegetables too.
Yep.
So I assume if I wrote on a body, the body would stay.
One would assume.
One would I assume.
Interesting. So it's more about the writing than it is what you're writing on.
So,
Anyway, sorry.
unrelated note. Now that we have added a new member to our gaggle, welcome. We'll do orientation later for the shaggin.
Sound very welcome.
It's been a trying few years, as you can see.
So we saw something fun in town that we might have to go check out. Oh,
Oh.
sorry. We have maps that have been ordered.
Wonderful.
Oh,
It will
yeah.
take 6 days before they are ready.
What?
We will
It's
be
a
here
long
for 6 days.
time.
Well, we're getting a map of the Empire. We're also getting a detailed map of the northern reach of the Empire.
And they're not
Bomb.
suspicious.
They didn't seem
I
to
mean,
be.
I feel like traveling with us is going
Paid
to
him
do that
pretty
anyway,
well.
but sure.
How much?
For both maps, it was 4.5 gold.
I actually would have expected more. So that's not bad.
So was I. Yeah. But you want to explain, since you had the first-hand conversation, sort of, in the bar.
What happened? In a bar?
I didn't do anything. I was
No,
here.
you
Oh,
wait for
right,
time.
sorry.
Forget the
We saw a ghost.
What? Wait, like, like Mizuki's dad?
Little bit, but not different.
A little bit, but not different?
Like a little bit, but different.
So there was a comma somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I started to say, but not like that, and then changed my mind.
okay. That's problematic.
Yeah, there was a bartender at the hunting
Magistrate.
No one seemed to see that she was there except us.
And she was cleaning ethereal mugs and filling them up with ethereal liquid and sliding them down the bar where they disappeared.
And then I
Never seen a
talked
ghost.
to her,
I
and
wish I could
she
say that.
mentioned
Wait,
the Dwarven
you
Empire.
talked to her.
Well, through Ingir. Oh, someone hasn't met Ingir.
Oh.
what?
This is
Oh,
Ingir.
yeah.
So, crawling out of his clothing is this tiny dragon.
It's just it's like little thing from
Like-
No,
Alien.
anyone ever gets a little
Yeah.
whirler.
I mean,
I just start doing little.
any of us, any of anything.
No, that's not. The shagging's not magical.
Ingir?
It doesn't have to be magical.
Yeah.
There's magical things in it. Your bird, the raccoon.
Okay, yeah.
Somewhere there's a
Raccoon.
badger running around.
They try not
And
to think
seriously,
about
if the badger ever shows up,
If you
do not stop to draw. Just get
Run.
away.
as
I'm
fast
sorry,
as
from a
you
badger?
can. Yes.
What
If a
was that?
mechanical badger ever shows up,
Wait, shush, 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 shush.
oh no.
No,
The
no,
badger?
He's gonna start walking around trying to figure out where the sound is coming from.
No.
Should we get the bear trap?
Well, wait. I take a gold piece out and I toss it on the floor in the middle of the floor, and wait to see if it's the raccoon.
Please be the raccoon. Please
I'm
be
hoping it's the raccoon, and that it will just go for the gold piece.
What's happening?
We're gonna have a mini boss with the badgers.
Are we inside the thingy?
Yeah, we're in the shaggin'.
So one of the cabinets opens up, and the raccoon comes
Oh,
out.
thank the gods.
He goes and grabs the coin, and then it hustles back into its cabinet.
It's a really cute little mechanical.
Turn up.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Turn up.
Turnip.
Turn up the raccoon.
There goes that.
Okay.
There goes that.
Crisis
gold I'll never see
averted.
again.
The badger did not return.
If you ever see a metal-looking badger, run so far away.
Except that's not true, because if we ever see it, we have to try and catch it. Because I need to turn it off.
Turnip.
I'll have you know, she will only answer you.
This is Turnip.
There is a mechanical raccoon.
It's a raccoon.
Yeah.
No, look closely.
It's a thing.
It's made out of it's made out of little metal plates and gears and
Yeah, this is Turnip. She's also wearing a tiny pirate hat.
Forget about that.
That is
ducks back
Cabbage's
into
raccoon.
ducks back into the cabinet.
Now back to the matter at hand. The ghost bartender mentioned the Dwarven Empire.
Right.
Yeah, so when talking with her, she mentioned ale or something from the Dwarven Empire that had just come in. So like,
Which means
So nobody else.
that building dates before the 3,000 years when.
oh yeah, to catch you up, there used to be a Dwarven Empire in the valley over there, and then it got destroyed by a piece of a god falling out of the sky.
God, they keep all of their pieces.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, it's a problem.
So my biggest question here is not so much about the apparition that you both apparently saw, but why the hell did you both see it and nobody else saw it?
Okay, so maybe everybody else just sort of learned to ignore it. Maybe like we see it because of our like the stuff we've seen or our
But
connections
why don't
we
we
have.
see other ghosts? There's got to be ghosts everywhere if there's a ghost there.
I don't
Cabbage,
know how
we
ghosts work.
traveled in a valley of wilderness.
Yeah, I don't know how ghosts
There's not
work.
a lot of ghosts we're gonna find in the middle of wilderness.
And I also think something else might be going on in town because I heard while we were walking through town that they have had a problem where graves have been being dug up and bodies have gone missing out of them, which is why I asked Lady Sarin about the death, because I wanted to know if like he was involved.
I got you. That's a dude?
Last I checked,
Mm.
didn't. I mean, I
Not important.
I feel like I'm not allowed to like him, but didn't seem like the worst of the gods I saw.
Weirdly fair. Okay. But we've been in ancient dwarven ruins before. Setterton is right next to ancient
Maybe the
dwarven
ghost has to
ruins.
like be having a bad day. I don't know how it works.
We've literally been in the
I
dwarven
know,
kingdom.
I know,
thing.
which is why I think tonight we should maybe sneak into town and break into the bar and see if we can find the ghost and do some investigating.
Yes.
But
See, the fact that you agreed with me concerns me greatly.
I love mysteries.
I do
Mysteries are
think
meant to be solved.
that she's gonna do well in this group.
Sure,
actually.
yeah.
Very sad.
But if we do this, we have to be very, very careful. We have to cover our faces. We cannot get caught.
May I remind you of my cloak?
I know. But that's not going to work for everybody.
And I can turn invisible.
But it doesn't need to be everybody. We don't need to take our entire group for this little outing.
Yeah, but I don't know what we're dealing with, so I kind of want to bring most of us.
But
I mean, if we could plant you guys close
I can make
by.
Two of us invisible.
what?
Ooh,
That's handy.
that's real cool.
Like all the way
Now my
invisible.
artistry is handy.
It's always been handy. We just didn't know who you were.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't known that it was handy at all.
Yeah, and yours is like handy.
That's true. Or it's like,
Oh, I forgot about that.
What?
Right. you do.
Yeah.
The tentacles.
Have I actually perceived? Oh,
Yes, you have.
I thought she had, because she grabbed somebody when they were falling off of something.
I've grabbed a few people, but like in my brain, it was like an automatic reflex, and I don't.
Yeah,
fully
I'm not sure
know-
that she's connected them.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
have.
for someone who does as much magic as you do, you're awfully bad at noticing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
You heal people, you have a magic hand, you make magic tentacles pop out of your body.
What?
That's actually
It's
true.
exactly what I said. That's
Was it me that you saved?
Well,
Yes.
Yes, you've saved me with your magic tentacles.
You've also saved.
Yeah, like
Him,
it's been
but-
more than
Too
one
many
occasion.
times.
but like every time it happens, it's when I'm in the middle of also fighting
Adrenaline
things or other stuff like
So
that.
it's
Yes, it
never-
came out of your back.
It went and grabbed
Isn't
things.
it a tattoo?
Yeah, the weird thing that showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come
Turns
off your
into a
back and
tentacle.
they grab things.
Huh.
It's a thing.
I
I
think
see
I
your
read a book
tattoo.
one time of some creepy thing that had arms that came out of its back.
So she kind of like turns around and drops the shoulders of her shirt farther down. There's a gigantic scar like all down her back, but there's a really beautiful owl tattoo
that covers over it.
that covers a good chunk of it. Like it's still very obviously elevated. Just real rough looking scar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it just showed up one day.
The owl or the scar?
Oh, I'm sorry. I kind of forgot. Well, the owl just showed up one day.
They both just showed up one day, but one's a lot more confusing than the other.
Mysteries. Mysteries abound.
I think we solved that one. Pretty sure it has to do with the god of justice.
Gods again.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah,
sorry
she
to
woke up with a
name
god in
this.
her bed.
Whoa.
Yeah, not even like the way you would think.
Yeah, I didn't even end up getting any kind of fun out of that situation.
Well, you didn't want any kind of fun because you have Akarai.
Oh, Akarai!
Akarai.
Oh,
she,
Akarai.
she just turns bright red. I'm like,
I feel
That's
like you
her
and I are, like,
boyfriend.
Ooh.
I feel like you and I are like close cousins that kind of hate each other, but also are like best friends.
she just awkwardly.
She's very awkward about it.
I'm gonna need the
I've
About
been
it.
told
I'm
he's
just
attractive.
very awkward.
black tea on this one.
The what?
The black tea. The tea. The gossip.
Oh.
That's
I
what
mean, we
they
have
say
tea.
in-
Do you want tea?
No.
But didn't we figure out tea isn't tea?
No, we figured out that Mizuki, because she's so hoity-toity and noble, has named a whole other thing tea that's not even tea. And it's nothing like tea.
What do you think tea is?
It's like little sticks and leaves and water.
Oh, she
It's
does the Mizuki tea.
Oh, that's not tea.
We'll introduce you to tea.
Tea is roasted, small roasted bean nut things that are ground up, and then you pour hot water in it. Oh, it's so good.
Especially with like a little bit of cream and sugar,
And honey.
I guess.
Can't remember. Do I know the truth?
I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
mashed hazelnut?
It does sound like that would be terrible with
It
fish.
would not match with fish.
Oh.
I don't know. I've never had it with fish.
So I would love to try this.
Yeah, it makes.
Excuse me.
I was like, oh, she's not gonna be happy. Hold on, shit.
But, yeah, we'll introduce you to tea. And luckily, Mizuki isn't here.
She's going to haunt us, apparently.
Yeah, she didn't like our tea. But our tea also makes you go bzzz.
You drink enough. I was making
My
up
parents
tea a
didn't
lot.
make me eat a lot of tea.
Do you eat it or you drink it?
Drink it.
Usually,
I think I did try eating it one time.
that probably wasn't very good.
Oh,
It did not
goodness.
taste
I don't know.
good.
Maybe if you. Anyway, sorry. Sidetracked. So there's bodies disappearing from graves. We saw a ghost in town. We're gonna have to stick around for at least 6 days to get our map.
And we want to spend the first night breaking into a place.
Can we maybe like wait till tomorrow
Maybe.
night? No, somebody's gonna die.
I'm curious what's going on.
Well, apparently mystery's a hotbox word for her. So
Apparently.
it's a mystery.
I don't have any breaking enemy stuff.
Fly all the way.
But you can make people invisible.
Yes, yes.
That's helpful.
No. And then leaves.
So, people, if we can't make other people invisible, we can also, like, try to...
I mean, I'm pretty sneaky and I can make myself invisible.
I can
I,
fly.
I can be pretty
What?
sneaky.
I am.
Hold on.
Back it up. You can what
Fly?
now?
Fly.
Well, I can fly.
Yeah, but you have weird
You have
god
wings.
wings that pop out of your back.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Not so much fly. I guess I can.
Tentacle. But
I can make somebody kind of like bob there, and then you can like push and. It's like swimming
But in the air, that's
in
weird.
the air.
That's really cool. You can make wings so that people who, like, it would make it so easy to move
I feel like I've
yourself
heard a
through.
story about the dangers of making flying wings.
I've read
I'm
that
sure it's
book.
fine.
Icarus.
No.
No?
No.
So Killian, you hear this voice in your head, and it's Mizuki. You better not be talking about tea.
She just had a sense.
She knows.
What?
Sorry.
Cyrus again.
No, Mizu.
What?
Yeah. She just demanded I not be talking about
How
tea.
did she know?
Can she scry?
Wait, no, we got our
But we all
amulet
used our
things on.
amulets.
How did
right?
you know?
She's magic. Well,
Oh, you think?
sorry, this is still new enough to my life that I throw that term around
Anyway,
too easily.
So,
Let's go break in. Check out the mystery.
now if we're gonna do this though,
I think we're
Again.
gonna be friends.
again, we have to be very careful.
So careful.
We have to not talk to the first person who comes up to us in town.
You hear that?
Exactly what she said.
Why are you looking at me all mean?
Because when she came up, I tried to brush her off so we didn't have to deal with it, but you two wanted to keep talking.
She seemed interesting.
I am very interested.
I was right. You're not the great whatever of a god.
I didn't
No,
talk to her.
but
at
I am,
first.
like, responsible for whipping them back into shape. I didn't see you busting in on the board meeting and giving them all a...
Excuse me, like, bring down the ego. Take it down several notches.
No.
To the gods, listen to me. I'm kidding. That's what you sound like right now.
They really are like the
I'm not
cousins
going
that
to-
love and hate each other.
I'm not going to deem that with response.
Oh, now you deem things.
I
'Cause
do.
you put the gods in order.
You can sleep outside the
I
shaggin'.
don't have silence or anything.
It's
Dang.
I can punch people in the face, and sometimes that shuts them up, but not often.
well.
I've never tried it for that purpose, though.
You.
I'm drawing them with their mouths sealed shut in hopes that I discover a new spell. Maybe that will work.
This is exactly.
What are you doing?
God, this is what I want to happen.
Oh, now you believe.
I mean, to be fair, she's seen one now.
You believe that.
I didn't believe in him until I heard one.
You give me dancing lights. You can't.
Also,
Why have the dancing lights?
it's kind of hard for me to hold it against her not believing in them. They kind of suck at their job.
They're just so
That's-
bad at it.
I mean, you've met mine.
Mine tried to drown me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think yours wins on the terrible parade.
Easily.
Anyway,
So,
I guess we can go try to figure out this stupid ghost thing.
Let's do it tonight. I mean,
Or should we do it on the last night that we're here?
I kind of want to do it now because I don't know what's causing it, and it might not be a thing that's around anymore. I think we'll be okay as long as we're sneaky and we cover our faces and nobody does anything incredibly stupid, which is the thing I'm most worried about.
Because literally anybody.
Yep.
Including yourself.
Yep.
Why do I need to cover my face?
So that
Your-
when we go into town,
later no one can recognize you.
Yeah. I can go ahead and disguise myself too, just to be safe. Actually, I could disguise myself, be sneaky, and somebody else could use the cloak.
Might have to give it to you.
Me?
I don't remember you being particularly stealthy.
No,
Even
it
if you-
depends on whether I'm wearing my armor or not. Because if I'm wearing my armor, that's a disadvantage.
And it's
Yeah,
already
maybe.
like you rolling, so I feel like
I'd
it's
rather
already a
you not.
disadvantage.
I would much like if you're going to wear my
Are
cloak.
you and Stephen,
please,
man?
Please wear clothing under it.
I mean, I'm pretty sneaky.
Also, you can go invisible.
I can take someone else to be invisible with me.
I have a +8
I
to
had to
stealth.
use this
So.
one
Pretty
time
sneaky.
with this guy, and we weren't supposed to be there, so.
This is starting to sound disturbingly like somebody else's story about armor.
Oh, I thought that was going a different direction than it did. I'm glad that wasn't about me.
I mean, you were only really sneaking around with the guard, but you weren't even sleeping with him.
No,
We all know about Akai.
there was a time that wasn't true. I mean, not not with you guys. It was weird.
We can be invisible.
Yeah, I imagine sleeping with your on and off again now not ex-boyfriend got a little weird.
Oh no, you're talking about
The before.
the before.
The before.
Right.
This is a juicy group.
You're not wrong.
Before I
Like
came to
before-
Setterton.
Oh.
That before. Like the before us before.
Right. The before times.
Yes.
Before the before times.
The before the before. Before.
It might be dangerous having Natalie and I sit next to each other during one of these games.
I think it's beautiful myself.
Sometimes she gets stuck.
Well, I mean,
She's like a skipped record. The before, the
before,
before,
the
the before, the before, the before.
it goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah, that.
The 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the
And,
the
and the
1.
6 and the 2 and the blip and the bloop and the
And
fish in a
bingo!
fog. Fish in a fog. That sounds like a fun
They're really,
song.
really bad at smash poetry, slam poetry, whatever.
Smack poetry. I like in my mind, CB's version of slam poetry is smack poetry.
this is just them working it out. It's not going well.
Fish in the Fog is my
I really
Queen
like
cover
that
band.
so much.
Yes.
There's fish in the fog and the steam in the blog and a
Cats
kip
in
and a
the
mog
cradle.
and a shibbity dog.
Silver spoon. Little boy
Wow.
blue and the
I think you ran out of words at the end there.
I think you ran out of words.
My goodness.
So are we gonna do this tonight?
Do we want to?
We have any
I
that
don't
left?
want to do this at all.
But you don't have to come.
I've got the invisibility cloak and I'm way sneakier than you are.
I don't know about that.
Bet.
Okay, we'll see.
I just go along with what they seem to need.
You invisible, and I will be
There's your
invisible.
character sheets.
I feel like he might need the invisibility more than me. I have a +8 to stealth.
I just have invisibility.
Oh, you have invisibility. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
But
Yes,
always
I will
have
accept your
advantage.
invisibility then.
So
I mean, I will accept it
You
gladly.
don't always have advantage.
Okay.
Always have advantage.
My meta message. Printer decided not to give me meta.
No, yeah,
That's
you
okay.
don't
We're
always get
probably
to
not
roll
going
with
to start
advantage.
this tonight, seeing as it's already almost 10.
I was gonna say, my
and
armor
we're old.
gives me advantage on my stealth roll.
I'm older than
But I mean, I do get the regular. Not true. We're the same age, and he's older than us.
No. No. Are you older than me?
No, Keith.
Oh. I saw your head nod. when-
Sorry.
I was like, no.
Raiden's an old man.
So wait, how old is Milo?
He's like 19-ish about right now.
So and how old are you?
21.
Okay, and then you're in your
early,
She's
I'm
late
like
20s.
25-ish.
Okay, mid 20s.
I forgot where I started versus where I am now, but I was in my 20s when we started this shindig, so
Okay,
yeah,
Steven is in his
like mid 20s.
Early-
mid 30s.
Mid-30s, early
And-
mid-30s,
You are.
Slightly later 30s?
which makes
What's
her
the term for that?
middle-aged.
Thanks.
Ow!
It's my
That
real
hurt some
age.
people around the table.
It's okay over the hill.
Oh.
I will have you know I am the answer to life, the universe, and everything until
For
August.
like a couple more weeks.
He's
A
gonna
whole
milk it
nother
for all
month.
it's
Thank you. Oh, no, it is only just a couple of weeks.
Keith.
Dang it.
Keith, it is the 18th of July.
Dang it.
You only know that because you just looked at the date on my
No,
computer.
I work where I have to write down dates every day. I did have to ask at the doctor's office yesterday what day it was, but that was because I wasn't working.
Oh.
Anyway,
So, I guess we're doing this.
I mean, you don't have to come.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I kind of.
Totally gonna let you guys go by yourself.
Great, sounds like fun. You hold down the fort here.
You're both gonna have to mop the sarcasm off the floor if I'm expected to walk behind you. I don't want to step in that.
Us? Sarcastic?
What?
I don't think.
I am the picture.
Are you sure
of
you're not drunk
innocence.
still?
Positive.
See,
Do you know what she's talking about? I don't know what she's talking
idea.
about.
See what I deal with?
well done to.
To the shaggin.
Oh my gosh, do we have a name?
No.
Do we?
We have a fake name.
No, I mean for like a group.
No.
What
We've
do we
never
call
needed
ourselves?
one. Us.
But like, welcome to the.
Group.
Jungle.
Well, it does get worse here every day. I think we need to fix that.
We could just call ourselves the Shaggins.
Mal hates that. I like it.
I can feel him seething.
yeah, Steven,
Dildo
The Shaggineers.
The Shaggineers.
your cover band for what?
I don't know. It's my cover band. Dildo Shaggins.
For the record, Keith, that is not on my list of projects.
Good.
Oh goodness. Whew.
Why didn't we think of that before?
Copyrighted.
I demand a sticker. No, never mind. No,
Yes!
Oh,
I
there
can't
it is.
put it anywhere.
We'll buy the crap out of that sticker, and I'll give it to everyone for Christmas. My relatives already hate me.
I'll have to find like little sneaky places to hide it, cause I can't exactly put it out publicly.
See, now I just don't know if you're talking about the sticker or the actual product itself.
I mean, either.
Oh, Keith, we might have to end.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
we might think we've officially hit the
I
rock
think,
bottom.
I think with you guys planning on, I guess, doing a heist at the hunting
We're not
magistrate.
gonna steal anything. We're just gonna break in. It's just
Okay.
being
Just a
How's
simple
the heist?
Just
beanie.
beanie.
You're not stealing
Okay.
anything?
So you guys are going
No,
there
it's
to
not.
do that. I think we will call it there for the night, and we will be back next week. And hopefully, we will.
Which one?
We will.
We only have one.
No.
At any rate, we will call it here for the night. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I know we had a blast here tonight. We are so glad to have you, Steph, around the table.
Yes.
Looking forward to your addition to the shenaniganery. We will definitely be looking forward to that. We will be back next week. Hopefully, Stephen will be able to be back with us next week, and we'll have the full table again. At some point, maybe Daniel will join us as well. We'll see. We'll work on him a little bit, and we'll see how that goes. Just a few quick reminders before we get out of here. Go to the YouTube channel. We do have all of our video content does wind up there. If you haven't already, once you get there, do hit like and subscribe. Help us grow that side of things as well. Ring the little bell icon so that you'll always know when we put new content up. We do try to put that up when we create it. Sometimes I get a little bit behind because life happens.
Hey, but for once you're not
But
behind.
hey, we are caught up.
Yeah,
So
you've been doing good.
you can go and watch all of the back episodes, get caught up on things if you've missed them, see some of the one-shot content and the extra content that we do as well. We do also run a Discord server. It is the best place to go to keep tabs on any changes to the schedule that might happen. We're all busy. We have lives. Sometimes it happens that we just can't get around the table. Discord is our preferred venue for being able to let you guys know when that happens and what's going on. So be sure that you go there, join up, hang out, and just keep tabs on anytime we have to change the schedule. That's it for us here tonight. We will see you guys next week. And remember...
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
And remember, if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.
Good night.